like to meet y'all, Little D?
Wait. Hold on. Because Lil D, no, I'm sorry, not Lil D.
Does that look like Little D?
The head cut out.
Okay. If you could, can you turn your chair around?
Listen. Lil Woody. Hey, Lil Woody has me so confused right now. I might be, in the clouds too high, but Lil Woody, they went from an interrogation that was extensive. How long was, I don't know, man. It's like 2 hours or something, I don't know. Lil Woody was volunteering information that they ain't know nothing about. Now, Lil Woody, y'all, I be late on this. I don't be knowing what be going on, so I be late on this. So now, Lil Woody is on the stand, and Lil Woody is either, listen to me, Lil Woody is either a genius on the on the low because he knows something we don't know, or Lil Woody is truly out of his mind. I want to know. I really want to know, for real. All right, I'm gonna stop laughing. I want to know what the qualifications for like being with it, YSL was. I know with us, like UGK Records, UGK Posse, I mean, come on, man, you had to have something going for yourself. You had to have a certain swag, but just what was the what was the requirements to be around YSL, be a part of YSL? Because I'm gonna tell you this, I don't know everything, but the requirements was not high. I know that for a fact. This is not something I make. The requirements was not high. Lil Woody, I don't know if Lil Woody graduated. But I ain't saying nothing negative. I'm saying, I just said he either a genius on the low or he's out of his mind. So it's one of them two. But Lil Woody, I don't think he graduated. Like, I'm gonna play a couple videos where Lil Woody is in court. He testifying now from where he started in court and got arrested the first day to where he at now. Like, this got to be a character. Like, this got to be, I feel like he a plant. Lil Woody is too entertaining for this to be real, man. That's all I'm saying. Hold on. Wait a minute. I'm not playing. Lil Woody is, y'all think it's a game? Hold on. Lil Woody threatens to plead the fifth. No, that's 2 days ago. Hold on. Here we go. Hold on. It's Woody. This Woody first. This is first day in court.
You start trying to test motion by getting report the truth and how much you know the truth on. You better see if you face the first and last name with the both, please.
You say that again?
Face the first and last name with the spelling both, please.
Kenneth Copeland. Mr. Copeland, do me a favor, pull your chair up as close as you can to the microphone and speak directly into it so we can all hear you. So if you could state and spell your first and last name for the record, please. Kenneth Copeland. Spell it, please. KENNETHCOPELAND. Thank you, sir. All right.
Oh, he ain't finna be up here long. Watch this.
Do you want to be here?
Ma'am,
Do you want to be here?
I'm here.
Okay.
Now, she asked him, do you want to be here? She said, do you want to be here? He said, I'm here.
Wait, are you gonna let me ask you some questions?
Okay.
How old are you?
Grown.
He said,
Okay, what does
grown.
grown mean?
I'm an adult.
Okay. And when you say you're an adult, what number in years are you?
I plead the fifth. Ladies and gentlemen, can I
What
get you to
is-
step outside to your headquarters of jury deliberation, please? From
Soon as Woody said he plead the fifth, the judge said, ladies and gentlemen, can I get the jury step, everybody step outside? Woody said, I plead the, she said, how old are you in years? Woody said, I plead the fifth.
You swear affirm testimony you're about to give reported the truth.
Oh, what is her name?
KENNETHCOPELAN.
Okay, what does grown mean?
I'm an adult.
Okay. And when you say you're an adult, what number in years are you?
I plead the fifth. Ladies and gentlemen, can I get you to step outside to your headquarters of jury deliberation, please? From
All right, from
The judge is clearing the court. He didn't clear the court. What up? What up with it? Now they finna lock Woody ass up for contempt right now. That's what they doing.
all right, ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Our jury has left us. Mr. Copeland, given the fact that you have invoked your Fifth Amendment privilege, but the state has already given you immunity under 24-5-507, this court holds you in willful contempt, and we'll see you on Monday. And we'll see if we can get some more testimony at that point in time. Take him into custody.
Okay, now the thing was with Woody ass made a deal, right? His deal gave him immunity. I told you I'm late on this, so I'm just learning a lot of this. His deal gave him immunity, but along with his deal was he had to testify, against Thug and these other two dudes that's in there. I don't know where they came from. I told y'all this shit right here is just funny to me though. I had to, yeah. So Woody ass then got his ass on the stand and said he plead the fifth and got his ass rearrested and pretty much kept in jail until I guess it was the next, because he'll go to the next one with Woody. Okay, that one right there was 5 days ago. I think that was Woody's first time. I understand. Now hold up. This,
Take the fifth.
okay, now this 2 days ago, once he got back.
With the court's ruling.
Woody ass is he cutting up. Hold on, I'm finna show y'all.
It's here. This is it. The federal government just come out with a new regulations that allows you to buy real estate with
Shut
less
up
money
with
down
that
than
shit.
ever
We trying to
before.
watch Woody,
Less than
man.
5%. I'll show you how to.
Woody is out of his mind. Or his genius, one of the two. I don't know.
First one on published 358 Yankee.
She about to fuck Woody over too.
And looking at 358 Yankee, can you tell the jury, or tell the jury which of the two of you is little D, or who you call yourself? Which one? Because to the left of you, right of you?
What you mean?
Little D.
This nigga say, what you mean?
To my right.
This little D in the picture with me.
Okay. And do you
This fool said it's just a nigga in the picture. I'm telling you, Woody is something wrong with Woody, bro. Woody don't.
know about how long ago you took this picture?
No, I don't.
And we keep saying Little D or your son. Do you know his given name? His real name?
No.
Woody don't know
Do you
shit.
know his real first name?
You said you make it ungodly.
Okay. And is that the person that you know is Little D?
This little D right here in the picture with me.
And is that Demikion Garlington?
This little D right here.
Is that Demikion
He
Garlington?
said,
If that's what his name is, yes.
Now showing you 380 Yankee. And can you zoom in to the picture?
she's zooming in on him. Why, Woody is just not happy. Woody is. Watch this.
Now looking at 380 Yankee, is that you sitting on the step in a white t-shirt and blue jeans and black and gray sneakers?
Yes.
Okay.
That Woody
And
right there.
who's the other person you said that you knew in this picture?
This ugly boy right here.
Okay.
This fool said
And
that ugly boy right here. Man, listen.
what is
This ugly boy right here.
person in black and gray sneakers?
Yes.
Okay. And who's the other person you said that you knew in this picture?
Oh, shit.
This ugly boy right here.
He said that ugly boy right here.
And what is that? What is the individual that you pointed to? What's their name?
Coco.
All right. And in this picture, the person behind you with the 30 deep B. I think it's BITXH.
Bro, he doing more than
Shirt on.
cutting up.
Do you know who that is?
I can't recall who that is.
You cannot recall.
I
Does that
can't
look like
recall
the
who that
on
is.
Little D?
Y'all see Woody ass? Woody ass is in custody now. See, from the one I just showed y'all when he got contempt on there. So Woody already done messed up his deal because he was supposed to get immunity or whatever. That's why his ass got Woody ass got on county. Yeah, like so. He just acting the fool now. Woody don't give a damn.
Does that look like Little D?
The head cut off.
He said
Okay.
the
You
head
just
cut off.
turn your chair around and look behind you.
What about it?
Does that look like Little D?
I guess.
Well, is someone you call your son? Does it look like the person you know
I
to be
can't
your
see
son?
that. I just told you that from the beginning.
Okay. All right. What, if anything, are you doing with your hands in this picture?
What if anything is he doing with his hands in this picture?
I'm doing nothing with my hand.
Okay. I want to go back to 358 Yankee.
What you doing? What do you know? They got pictures and shit. What are tripping, man?
What, if anything, are you doing with your hands in 358 Yankee?
Look,
What you mean?
What, if anything,
This
does
fool said, what you
you're doing
mean?
with your hands
He said,
symbolize?
what you doing with your hands in this picture? This fool said, what you mean?
What, if anything, are you doing with your hands in 358 Yankee?
What you mean?
What, if anything, does what you're doing with your hands symbolize, if anything?
A bird.
Okay.
The fool said a
Doesn't
bird.
mean anything specific.
No, don't know a bird.
Why are you throwing up a bird in this picture?
Because I'm from Mechanicsville.
Is that the symbol for Mechanicsville?
We represent a bird.
Okay.
This fool
And
said
then
we
what about the
represent the
Mickey?
bird.
Are you
Y'all hit the
familiar
like
with the
button
hand
coming
gesture?
here, man. That's free. I'm trying to laugh
Let me
at
show
Woody.
you how we do stuff around here.
Oh, here
My
they go
department
with this,
uses
man. I'm
Monday.com,
laughing at
so
Woody.
I'm
Get off here.
the work
Shut up.
management tool.
Woody is out of his mind.
Say it again.
Are you
Woody,
familiar
look,
with the
Woody
hand?
say he throwing up a bird. Woody say he throwing up a bird.
gesture that the Mickey is using? And no,
Yeah, I don't know what that for to mean.
you don't. Okay. How is your relationship with with Little D today?
Meaning?
Do y'all still have the same relationship that you had back in, say, 2015?
No, we don't.
How has it changed?
I wanted him to lie for me and he wouldn't.
Okay. And when was that?
Back in the day.
When you say back in the day, what do you mean?
What did he say back in the day?
When the police was accusing me for stuff, I went to Lil D and told him what I wanted him to tell the police. And he wouldn't tell the police that, so I got mad at him.
Okay. And what year are we talking about that this occurred?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Are you
I
speaking about
guess.
one
Yeah,
specific
I guess.
occasion or just multiple times?
No, I'm talking about one specific occasion. However you pronounce it.
That boy, he really can't talk, bro, for real. Like, I ain't trying to be funny or nothing, but like, this boy, she said, I'm too blowed for this shit. She said he said, what that for to me? Nigga, did you hear what I said? I think it might be on this one. He say, she asked him something. He meant to say, what is that supposed to mean? This nigga said, what that supposed to mean, nigga? Not with a P, with an F. What that supposed to mean? I'm telling you, what is out of his damn mind? What is entertaining the shit out of me, though?
And is your testimony that you have not been friends with him since that time?
Now, I have spoken with him, but our friendship ain't been the same.
When you think about your friendship with Demikian and your friendship with Shannon, at this point, who are you closer to, Shannon or Demikian?
Myself.
Okay. But outside of those, specifically about those two individuals, between Shannon and Demikian, at this point, who, if either of them, are you closer to?
I don't understand what you're trying to say.
You and Demikian, that's like your son, right?
Right.
And you said that the two of you, you're right, I'm just trying to clarify for Mr. Copeland.
For Woody.
You consider Demikian like a son. Is that fair? Who are you closer to today? Demikian, Shannon, or neither one of them?
God.
Okay.
This fool said God.
That's good that you're close to God, but I'm talking about Demikian, Shannon. Who are you closer to today? Demikian, Shannon, or none of them, or neither of them?
I guess neither. I don't know how to answer that.
I don't know how to answer that. Yeah, Woody is...
Back in 2013, 2014, 2015, that's the time frame we're talking about. How close was the relationship between you, Shannon, and Little D?
It was difficult.
You said it was difficult?
Right.
How was it difficult?
You just put 3 years together. So a lot happened within 3 years.
So let's first start with 2013. Describe for the jury your
Woody
relationship
can't
with
talk. Stop
Demikian,
messing with
Shannon, and Little D. Let's start with 2013. Tell the jury about your friendship and relationship with those two young men back then.
As in what?
Were the three of you close? Were you not close? Tell the jury about your friendship.
Look, I took special ed classes. You got to talk to me in a way that I can understand.
Bruh, I just said Woody can't talk. I just said it. Listen, Woody told him he don't give a damn.
Look, I took special ed classes. You got to talk to me in a way that I can understand.
Just tell her again, Woody.
Look, I took special ed classes. You got to talk to me in a way that I can understand.
Sure.
She said, sure.
Back in 2013, were you friends with both?
Hold on, one more time.
Back in 20.
That I can understand. Look, I took special ed classes. You got to talk to me in a way that I can understand.
Sure.
Damn Woody.
Back in 2013, were you friends with both Little D and Shannon?
Yes.
Okay. How close were the three of you back in 2013?
These easy questions. Look at Woody.
Again, my friend was killed. That's when I started embracing Little D
All right.
in 2013.
When you started embracing Little D, were you and Shannon friends at that time?
Me and Shannon was friends, but me and Shannon was not together on the street as much as friends. We was not together a lot.
Okay.
That boy said, that boy said, we was together, but not on the street. What you talking about, Woody? Woody. I told y'all either Woody is a secret genius or he out his mind. Hold on, watch this.
You, Little D, and Shannon start hanging together a lot.
20.
Hit the like button, bro. The like button free.
Did you, Shannon, and Little D hang out together?
Yes.
When did the three of you start hanging around each other?
Well, he ain't gonna know.
The longest I've been out of jail was 2014.
So 10 years, bitch. That's how long.
To your knowledge, did Little D and Shannon strike that? How did the three of you all start hanging out together?
I don't know.
Okay. Did you introduce Little D to Shannon?
No.
Did you introduce Shannon to Little D?
No.
Okay. Did Little D and Shannon know each other before they knew you?
I stand objection.
Do you know if they knew each other before they knew you?
I don't know. I don't recall how it started.
Whatever.
I just know I started embracing DB, Lil D, after DB got killed. Lil D was more a DB friend.
After DB passed, you embraced Little D. Did the two of you start hanging out with Shannon after that?
I just said, how could I say this? Me and Shannon wasn't together in so long to be on the street. So I don't know when our three of us was able to get together. I just know at one point we used to go to the club together.
Did y'all do anything else besides?
I'm trying to tell y'all now. Woody can't. He can't talk right. So you can't be judging Woody. You got to listen close, cause Woody say shit that like he said in that country ass. Woody ain't graduate. I need somebody to find out. Tosh, see if Woody graduated.
Guys go to the club together?
Yeah.
What?
Objection, Your Honor. Fairly approach.
Look, see, his lawyers know. Before he even answer that, let us approach, because Woody finna fuck this up. Yeah, Woody finna fuck something up. Hold on. Woody finna fuck that answer
You
up.
said you all would hang out. Did you all spend time at each other's homes?
Once again, what was the requirements to be in YSL if Woody ass was in there? Because Woody just told y'all he's in special ed. You got to talk to him in a way that he can understand it. So what was the requirements to be around? I digress. Let's just finish laughing at Woody.
No.
Okay. Did you all spend time at other people's houses together?
What you mean?
Like, did you all go
That
to
nigga
other
said,
people's
what you-
houses and spend time at other people's houses together?
We didn't spend time at people's houses, but we don't been, you know, we go to people's houses.
Okay. You said you went to the club.
This
Would
nigga
you all-
said we ain't spend time at people's houses, but we went to people's houses. Like, come on, Woody, they recording all this.
go out to eat together?
Yeah.
Did the three of you go on any vacations together?
No, we don't do vacations.
Okay. Did you ever take any trips out of town together?
Not that I recall.
What is it? Not that I
Were you
recall.
familiar with any of Demikion's family? His mom is
I know his
cousin.
mom.
What about Shannon? Did you know his grandmother or any of his other family members?
No, I didn't.
You have children. Did they have any type of relationship with your children, Little D or Shannon?
No,
Okay.
not that I know of.
All right. What about you? Did you ever spend time? Let me back up. Does Little D have children?
Ain't no telling.
Okay.
This nigga
To
here,
your knowledge,
man.
does Little D have children?
Not to my knowledge.
All right. To your knowledge, does Shannon have children?
I think so.
Okay. Have you spent
Well,
time?
Shannon have children.
Have you spent time with his children?
I have.
Okay. Have you taken them to birthday parties?
But my relationship with his children is not through him.
Okay. Who's it through? Their mother?
Yeah.
Okay.
See, Woody don't give a damn because he already in contempt. He already from the first day when he got arrested on the stand. That's why he in jail clothes now. He already in contempt. He done already messed up his deal, they saying. So Woody don't give a damn right now. Everything he told him, I don't recall. I plead the fifth. They got hours of Woody telling them all kind of shit they ain't even know nothing about. Now Woody got up there and said, I don't know. I don't recall. I plead the fifth. I promise you gonna ask him something. Y'all gonna hear it. That nigga, he say, what that supposed to mean? He said, what that supposed to mean? Man, you know it. See, he on the stand, know everything being recorded. What that's supposed to mean?
Shots in that, Your Honor.
Which one of them did they arrest? They arrested one of the, I think it was him. Woody got him confused. They don't know what to do. They don't know what to do. Woody got the courtroom in shambles. Doug back there like, man, what the?
Thank you. $357 Yankee.
Hit the like button, man. The like button is free.
$345 Yankee.
Look, Woody looking at them.
$346.
Woody looking at them
Yankee.
pictures like he ain't never seen them before.
$359 Yankee. And $374 Yankee. First, I'm going to start with $345 Yankee. Can you tell me if you recognize anybody that states there with $345 Yankee?
Watch this.
I can't recognize nobody in 345.
Do you see yourself in $345 Yankee?
The picture blurry. I can't recognize nobody in the picture.
The picture blurry. I can't recognize nobody in the picture.
Okay. We'll come back at 345 Yankee. I'm now showing you what's been marked as State's Exhibit 346 Yankee. Tell me if you recognize Exhibit 346 Yankee.
It's blurry as well.
It's too blurry.
Okay, so you can't see that. Okay.
What is that? You can't see shit. What is that? He can't see shit.
Looking at 355 Yankee. Tell me if you recognize the individuals in 355 Yankee.
I do.
How do you recognize the people in 355 Yankee?
Cause he me.
And who else? Is there anybody else?
Because
that
he
you
me.
know?
Shannon.
Okay. Anyone else?
Yeah, and D.
All right. Your Honor, this time they would like to exhibit 355 Yankee into evidence.
And objection to State's 355 Yankee.
No question.
He showed this say she was fired. That's what I'm saying. What it acting a
Now
fool,
looking at
bro?
exhibit 357 Yankee. Do you recognize anyone's exhibit 357 Yankee?
It's blurry. I can't see it.
I recognize myself.
Okay. Do you recognize anybody else?
They look like D, but they're blurry. I can't tell.
Okay. Anyone else?
Huh?
Anyone else?
Yeah, I can't tell who this is right there.
All right. We'll put that in the blurry pile. We'll get back to that. Next, 359 Yankee. Do you recognize anyone 359 Yankee?
It blurry.
Yep. Me, Shannon, D.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Your Honor, this time the state would like to exhibit 359 Yankee.
And objection to State's 359 Yankee.
Who is Woody? That's, you know what? I'm going to answer that because, damn it, I was the same way before today. But Woody, it made my day. I've been watching Woody. Woody is a witness in the YSL RICO case with Young Thug. And Woody was already a federal informant before he even got caught in this. So he made a deal for his immunity to testify against Young Thug. So now he testifying, but he messed this deal up already. His first day there, he got arrested on the stand for contempt of court. This is like his, I don't know, second day there, third day there, whatever. It's just, Woody is just, he's a character, man. Woody is either, like I said, low-key a genius or out of his damn mind. That's who Woody is. So you just got to listen. Woody didn't graduate, I don't think. Ain't verified yet. You just got to listen to Woody talk, damn it. Woody said you got to talk to him a special way because he was in special ed. You missed that part. I already played that. But that's who the hell Woody is. Woody been keeping me entertained for at least 4 hours today. Woody is a hilarious individual.
Thank you, Your Honor. And then last, State Exhibit 374 Yankee. Do you recognize anyone 374 Yankee?
No, it's blurry.
Nah, it
All right, so
blurry.
that's in the blurry.
Everything blurry. This nigga say everything blurry. I
Hold
can't
it though, just for one moment.
They don't know what to do with it.
Yeah. All right, let's take 10 minutes and then we'll see where we are. Let's see where the day leads us. All right.
Let's take 10 minutes because y'all don't know what to do with Woody, damn
I
it.
got a headache.
Woody say he got a headache. Let's see.
I'm about to take the filter.
I'm about to take the field. Hold on.
This court holds
Is it fair to say that your relationship after you got out of prison is not the same?
That's the one from 8 hours ago. This the one.
Why should people join us on June?
Woody
The game's changed.
Woody is not doing what he told him he was
Is it
gonna
fair
do.
to say that your relationship after you got out of prison is not the same as it was before you went to prison in 2015?
Huh?
The fool said, huh?
You have an objection, sir?
Yeah,
Basis.
incomplete question.
So the form of the question? I sustain the question. You can rephrase it.
Is your relationship the same with Young Thug since you got out of prison as it was before you went to prison in 2015?
Woody still ain't answered. He whispering and shit. Listen to the question. The question is simple.
Is your relationship the same?
The question? I sustain the question. You can rephrase it.
Is your relationship the same with Young Thug since you got out of prison as it was before you went to prison in 2015?
What the hell is Woody whispering?
One more time. I'm trying to.
Who said one more
Do
time?
you have the same relationship with Young Thug since you left prison in 2019 as you had with him before you went to prison in 2015?
So I'm confused. So help me understand. If you and her y'all got a relationship 10 years ago. So today, is y'all relationship the same from 10 years ago today?
Is your relationship the same?
I need to answer.
Is your relationship the same as it was 10 years ago?
I don't think nothing would be the same from 10 years ago. I don't know how to answer that. I don't know.
Okay. Is your relationship better with Thug or worse or the same?
Damn.
I don't know. I don't know how to. I don't know what to say to that. I don't.
Do you speak? Have you, and this is yes or no,
Look,
have you
it's yes or
spoken
no.
with Thug in the year of 2024? Yes or no?
This year?
This year.
No.
Okay. In the year of 2023, have you spoken with Thug? Yes or no?
Overrule, sir.
No.
In 2022, have you spoken with Thug? Yes or no?
Yes or no, Woody? Shit. Woody ain't answering shit. Woody, yes or no?
I can't recall if I was in. I can't recall when did I got arrested. I don't know if it was 21 or 22. I don't, and I don't want to say yeah or no to it because I don't know if I was on the street or if I was in jail.
Let me ask you this: while you were in prison, while you were in prison, did you ever speak with Thug?
No.
All right.
Woody answered that one.
Thank you for that.
No.
Do you know someone by the name of Marquavius Hughes?
No.
Do you know someone named Quay?
I know a lot of Quays.
Okay. Do you see any of the Quays that you know in the courtroom today?
Yeah.
Okay. How many of the Quays do you know are in the courtroom today?
One.
Okay. Can you identify him by article of clothing that he is wearing?
Can you
Where
identify?
he's sitting right there, like.
Woody say where
I
he
don't know
said
what
right
color
there?
it is he got on.
All right.
Lord.
Where he's sitting right there, like. I don't know what color it is he got on.
All right. You said over there. Is he sitting? Is it the man with the gray and cream jacket?
It shows so reflect.
Thank you. How long have you known Quay?
Not long.
When you say not long, what does that mean to you?
I don't know Quay like that.
Okay. Have you known him for?
This, she said, how long? This fool said, I don't know him like that.
A year, more than a year?
I haven't been around him a year. So, just because I know of somebody, I've been in jail, I've been away, so.
So are you saying you just met him in 2023?
I met Quay I only knew Quay personally, been around him no less than 90 days, like no longer than 90 days. I don't know. I haven't been around him personally to say I know him that well.
Let me ask you this. In 2021, did you know Quay?
I think that's when I met him.
Do you recall how you met Quay in 2021?
No, I don't.
Woody, he don't remember that.
In 2021, did you consider Quay a friend?
I consider him cool.
I'm going to start in 2021. How often, if at all, did you see Quay?
I don't know.
Would it be weekly?
I seen him when I seen him.
Okay. Would that be once a week, once a month, every couple of days?
I saw him when we had time to see each other.
And I'm asking very simple.
I can't say
How often that was?
Woody say, I can't tell you how.
when I wake up, my day is not planned. I just go with the day.
Hold on. Woody got something to say.
When I wake up, my day is not planned. I just go with the day.
And so I'll just ask you again.
Say that again.
Would you see him on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis?
I saw him when I saw him.
I saw him when I saw him.
Would you speak with him on the phone?
Yeah.
Was that, how often would you speak with him on the phone?
When we had to call each other for something.
Was that, did you speak with him on the phone more than when you actually saw him in person?
I spoke to him when we spoke to each other.
I spoke to him when I spoke
Did you speak to him more, or did you see him in person more?
What you mean?
What you mean?
What would you do? Would you see him more, or did you speak with him on the phone more?
Meaning?
You said you spoke with him on the phone.
I have, yeah.
Did you speak with him on the phone every day? Did you speak with him on the phone once a week? Did you speak with him on the phone once a month?
I spoke to him when I spoke to him.
Woody say, Woody is sticking to his story. Woody said, I saw him when I saw him. Now, she went in there. Woody say, I spoke to him when I spoke to him.
You said that you all would see each other. When you would see each other, what type of things would you all do?
Shoot dice. Go to parties. We mainly shot dice.
Did you ever speak with Quay via FaceTime or some other video chat?
What you mean, some type of other video chat?
Well, let me just ask you first. Did you ever speak with Quay on FaceTime?
I can't recall if I have.
I can't recall.
Hey, there's two things that are happening in real estate right now that may never happen
We
again
ain't
for 100
asked you.
years. It's
We
going to
trying to
create.
see what Woody talking about. Woody is tripping.
Would you give Quay advice?
Would I give Quay advice?
Yes.
Yes or no, Woody?
What that for to mean?
Look,
Did you?
that nigga said, what that supposed to mean? Y'all better listen. Hold on, let me turn it up. This nigga said, what that's supposed to mean. On the stand, in front of the DA, the prosecution, Woody don't give a damn. He said, what that supposed to mean?
What that for to me?
Did you advise would you give Quay advice?
Would I give Quay advice?
Yes.
What that supposed to mean?
What that for to me?
Did you advise Quay on certain people he should hang around with?
Oh,
Or not hang around with?
what about it?
Fool said, what about it?
Have you advised Quay on individuals he should or should not hang around with?
I probably have.
What is that?
Specifically, did you advise Quay on whether he should hang around?
That's the same question.
Have you ever advised Quay on hanging around Young Thug?
You gotta answer, Woody.
I told Quay that, man, I have a personal problem with Young Thug.
Did you advise him on whether or not he should hang around Young Thug?
I thought I just answered it.
No, you told that you answered.
Woody don't give a damn. Woody say, I thought I just answered
You
that.
had a personal problem with Thug. That wasn't the
Right, and
question.
I told him that, I advised him that.
What is the that you're referring to?
Whatever you just asked me, I agree to what you just said.
So for clarity for the record, you've advised Quay about hanging around Young Thug.
I don't, what's your objection? He hasn't really clarified. I think she's trying to get him to clarify it, so I'm going to overrule your objections.
You advised him on hanging around Young Thug.
I told Quay that he needed to watch who he hang around.
And was that in 2021?
I don't know when it was.
If that's Quay sitting there like, man, what the fuck?
You met in 2021. Have you spoken with Quay in this year, 2024?
No. You said, have I talked to him this year?
Yes.
No.
What about last year in 2024?
I cut all communication with everybody, period. I haven't spoken with nobody.
She should have knew that though, because his immunity deal or whatever it was, he was away from everybody. So, but he messed his immunity deal up, getting that contempt charge on here.
We've talked about Quay, Thug, Shannon, and Yang. Do you know any of the other defendants?
No, I don't know nobody else. How many?
We've spoken about 4. Do you know any of the other defendants?
No, I don't know.
What's y'all? Woody, he on one. Hold on, what is the other one? Woody
Before we call in our jury,
this one he got rid of his lawyer.
Brought to the court's attention. Before we call in our jury, it has been brought to the court's attention that
Lil Woody said to hell with a lawyer. He watch this. The judge even fucked up. He like, this been brought to the court's attention. Lil Woody wanted to fire his attorney. Shit.
before we call in our jury, it has been brought to the court's attention that Mr. Copeland's counsel, Ms. Bumpus, would like to be released. Is that correct, madam? Okay, all right. Sir, Mr. Copeland, Is it your desire to release your counsel at this point in time?
She fired.
She's fired?
That damn Woody said, she fired. Woody. Man, Woody, he is entertaining the shit out of me, bro. I'm telling you, for the past 4 hours, I've been watching Woody all day. This fool said, she fired.
Mr. Copeland, is it your desire to release your counsel at this point in time?
She fired.
She's fired? Okay.
The judge
So
said she
you wish to
fired?
represent yourself in these particular, in terms of any issues you may have in this particular.
Do I got a choice?
I'm sorry?
Do I got a choice?
Yes, you do.
Damn Woody.
What are those?
And you can keep your lawyer that you have right
I don't
now.
want her.
All
I
right.
don't
You
want her.
could
He said, I don't want her.
you could certainly hire another lawyer, or the court could appoint you a lawyer.
Woody don't know what the.
What I need a lawyer for?
No, it's just the court is just asking you whether
Woody said what he need a lawyer for. Woody said what I need a lawyer for. You are anyway, man, hit the like button. The like button free. Don't be you jumping your little asses in here and not even hitting no like. No, don't do that.
it's your choice, sir.
I'm good.
What did he say? I'm good.
Mr. Lopez, did you file an entry of appearance? All right. Did you, under the Uniform Superior Court rules, file a motion to withdraw pursuant to the Uniform Superior Court rules? I mean, I know you give an oral notice, but usually has to be in writing, and he has 10 days to object.
Well, Judge, just for the record, I was never his counsel.
Say again.
I was never his counsel. Attorney Butler was.
Okay, so that's his attorney that he fired.
For judicial officials. Motion to withdraw.
Oh, she kind of fine. Damn, Woody, why you firing her? Right there. What? Why is Woody firing her?
Well, given the fact that you have represented Mr. Copeland at this point in time, it would seem appropriate that you do need to, in fact, file a formal withdrawal. Even though you didn't enter one, you de facto entered this case by your representation of him, or you telling the court that you did, in fact, represent him. So at this point, I'm not inclined to release you until that's done.
I'll get that done now, Judge.
Okay, all right. And he's got 10 days to go ahead and do that. So you're still going to have to be here until I have because he gets that particular period of time to go ahead and decide whether or not he'd like to hire a lawyer. That's the whole reason for the 10 days.
Well, I don't want to hire no.
Hold on. Not yet. You get that right as a party. Okay.
I do get right.
You do, yes. You get that right.
Damn Woody said I do get right.
You get the right to do a couple things. One, to decide whether or not you can release her.
Okay.
Okay. Two, you get to decide whether or not you want to get another lawyer to be with you.
Okay.
Okay. Those are the two big things you get a chance to kind of decide. But what I'm going to do at this point in time is, since she's representing you, I'm going to make her file a formal notice to withdraw. She's orally told you at this point in time she wants to withdraw, but you're on the stand, you're testifying at this point in time. So I'm not going to let her withdraw at this point.
Well, Your Honor, I just would like to say, I had, before he started testifying, I was fired.
Damn, so Woody had been fired her before he got on the stand on it. Woody is raising hell, but Woody.
That's not something that I have notice or knowledge of. So, that's the whole purpose of the rule, so that we can flesh out all those things. So at this point in time, I'm not inclined to let you go at this point. I'm sorry that you put yourself in this particular situation with you and Mr. Melnick and whatever, but, Mr. Copeland does have rights in this particular circumstance. So file a proper notice to withdraw. I'll give once it's filed, if you file today, I'll give Mr. Copeland the 10 days. But until such time as I rule upon that and he gets that and gets an opportunity to think about what he'd like to do, I'll go ahead and insist that you remain with us while he's on the stand.
Okay, Jared.
Okay. Madam, I have one other bit of business.
In other words, Woody wanted her to be fired right then, and she wanted to leave. She didn't want to. She didn't want to be fucking with. Yeah, she wasn't trying to be fucking with Woody no more. But the judge isn't. He like he still got rights regardless to what he want to do. So the judge is like making her stay. I guess probably through just like the course of this day or whatever. So I get that a little bit. About relationship. Hold on. Nope, that ain't what I'm looking for. Woody got a bunch for you. Woody
Mr. Copeland here, so go ahead, Ms. Hilton.
Stand after previously pleading the fifth.
All right. Is anyone else on the other side of him?
I will stipulate Ms. Williams. Okay. All right.
Thank you. You said that you met at the studio. How did you meet him at the studio?
Most things come to me like magic.
Man, hush up, man. We trying to watch Lil Woody.
The studio.
You're a friend?
What friend?
Woody.
Yep.
Woody.
Do you know someone by the name of Jeffrey Williams?
I heard of him. He's a rapper.
Okay. Do you know?
I know him. I don't know him as Jeffrey Williams. I know him as Young Thug.
All right. And when you say you know him as a rapper, have you ever spent time with this individual?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. When is the first time you recall, strike that, what do you refer to him as?
Young Thug.
Okay. When is the first time that you recall meeting Young Thug?
At the studio.
And roughly, what year are we talking about?
Before I went to jail.
Woody ain't want to say no year. She said, which time?
Right. Before that, I went to the feds.
So before 2015. Do you see him in the courtroom today?
Yeah.
Can you identify him by article of clothing he is wearing?
Look at this
brown.
Nigga, look.
With dread, sitting next to the bald head guy.
All right. Is anyone else on the other side of him?
I will stipulate Ms. Williams. Okay. All right.
Thank you. You said that you met at the studio. How did you meet him at the studio?
You're a friend.
What friend?
I really didn't meet him. I just saw him at the studio when I was with a friend.
What friend were you with?
I asked him, can I take a picture?
What friend were you with when you saw him at the studio?
Doc.
Was it anyone else?
Huh?
Was there anyone else?
There's a lot of people there. I don't recall who all the people was.
Do you recall if Tick was present when you first met Miss Young Thug?
I can't recall.
Woody said, I can't recall nothing.
You said that you met him at the studio. You asked to take a picture with him.
What are you yawning this shit on?
You're right. I'm looping the questions. I can get to my next question. When you met him at the studio and you took a picture, did your friendship or relationship develop after that time that you met him in the studio?
What you mean?
Did you all develop a friendship?
Did we develop a friendship?
Yes.
My definition of a friendship is not just knowing somebody or knowing who somebody is.
Okay. Did you start hanging out with him?
I started going to the studio a lot.
Okay. Did you start hanging with him outside of the studio?
I have.
Okay. When you hung with him outside the studio, where type of places would you hang out with him at?
But most of the time, he liked to be in the studio.
Okay. My question is, when he was not in the studio and you hung out with him, where would you hang out with him at?
We used to do fun stuff, like go to like bowling alleys and stuff like that. He went to the kids' football game, I remember.
Woody is not saying what they want him to say.
I've been to the club with them. I've been on shows, I mean, correct it.
You said on shows?
Yeah, like when I watch him perform.
All right. And is this the shows, the bowling alleys, the club, are we talking about in 2014, 2015, or some other time?
2014 only.
2014 only. In 2014, about how often would you see each other on a monthly basis?
I don't keep up with that type of stuff.
Did you see him in 2014? Was it quite often? Were you always around? Or did you see him once in a blue moon?
Well, to know that he was a rapper and successful, I seen him a lot to me. I think I saw him a lot.
Damn,
Are you
Woody.
referencing like seeing him on television or being around him in person?
What you mean?
You just said, because he's a rapper, I saw him a lot.
Yeah, because you don't see rappers a lot. So,
and I'm sorry, I just want to clarify. When you're talking about seeing him, are you talking about physically being in his presence or seeing him like on television?
I knew people that be around him.
Okay.
And I used to see him a lot. Every time I saw him, I saw him.
All right.
I was happy to see him.
Besides seeing him in person, would you ever speak with him over the phone?
Meaning?
Did you ever talk to him?
Fool said meaning.
First start old school. Pick up the phone, dial some numbers. Would you ever talk to him over the phone?
Have you ever felt
hell,
into
man.
real estate investing? The
That was
fun
messing
investing
up
them,
Woody, bro.
Spend more time with your family.
Have me and him had conversations?
Yes.
I can't recall if we did or didn't.
Okay. Let me ask you FaceTime. Have you and Mr. Williams ever FaceTime with each other?
It's the same question, Woody. Don't mess it up.
I can't recall.
There you go. Can't recall.
Let me just ask you generally, in 2014, with any of your friends, Shannon, Little D, Yak, or you said you didn't speak to Yak, would you FaceTime any of them?
Say that again?
Shannon and Little D, would you FaceTime them back in 2014?
I don't like FaceTime.
I know you don't like it. That's not my question.
You know what I'm saying? So most of the time I talk on the phone, I call regular.
Okay, but have you?
I don't recall talking on FaceTime.
You don't recall talking on FaceTime?
Not that I know of. Not that I know of. And I don't. You have to ask that again because I ain't for sure what you're asking.
Woody told him, now damn it, Woody told him he was in special ed. You got to talk to him a certain way. And they not listening. So Woody, yeah, that's why he said, I told y'all.
Yeah. You don't recall talking on FaceTime?
Not that I know of. Not that I know of. And I don't. You have to ask that again because I ain't for sure what you're asking.
Sure. I'll ask you again. 2014, 2015, have you ever, I'll wait till you finish.
Woody, on that, Woody say he tired.
I'm tired.
You and I both. Okay.
I stand the objection.
Back in 2014, have you ever FaceTimed with Little D? Ever? Back then?
Lil D?
Lil D. How I supposed to remember that?
This fool
Do you
say
call
how
FaceTiming with Little D?
I supposed to remember that.
I don't.
This fool say how I supposed to remember that. Now that's after what that's supposed to mean. This was
How I supposed to remember that?
Do you call ever FaceTiming
Damn it,
with
Woody.
Little D?
I don't.
Okay. What about Shannon?
I don't.
What about the person you identify as Young Thug?
The person identified as who?
Young Thug.
I don't.
Okay. What about you said noted yet?
If I FaceTime with him, I probably screenshot it and post it on social media just to show people that I probably was on the phone. But I don't remember if I ever did have it.
Okay.
damn Woody he told him he was especially.
Now you said that you would spend time with him, whether it's a studio or in other places. Were you close to Young Thug as you were Shannon and Little D?
It's not established under foundation. I stand the objection.
Hold on.
Did you speak often with Young Thug back in 2014? Did you talk to him often?
Not that I recall.
I bet you would.
Look, Lil Woody say he don't recall.
With 25 years of experience, Exercycle is audio biking. We deliver a real ride feel.
Hold on. Where is it?
Do you know someone by the name of Jeffrey Williams?
Gets real lawyer. She fired. Yeah, we looked at Lil Woody. Fires lawyer.
Is it fair to say that your relationship after?
Hold on.
Come on.
Lee.
There you go. There.
You said, have I ever heard of 30 Deep?
Yes.
Yeah.
And what's
Oh, yeah, this one he talking about where he from. He say 30 deep.
You said, have I ever heard of 30 Deep?
Yes.
Yeah.
And what's 30 Deep?
What you mean?
How have you heard of that term, 30 Deep?
How have I heard of the term 30 Deep?
Yes.
Can you ask me in a way I can understand?
Sure.
What the guy say you need to?
You said you've heard of 30 Deep. You said you've heard of it, 30 Deep.
I know about 30 Deep.
Okay, what do you know about 30 Deep?
What you mean? What do I know about it?
Tell the truth. You said you know about 30 Deep. What do you know about 30 Deep?
She asked that man that about 5 times, bro. Bruh. This man say, what you mean? What you mean every time?
I'm overruling the objection.
God damn, Lil Woody.
Is 30 Deep?
I stand the objection.
I haven't asked the question.
She said, I haven't asked the question.
All right, you can go ahead and rephrase that.
What is 30 Deep?
What is 30 deep?
My neighborhood.
Your neighborhood.
Is 30 Deep a game?
Careful right here, Woody. You gotta say something, Woody.
Huh?
Is 30 Deep
This
a
nigga
game?
said, huh? This nigga paused for 30 seconds and said, huh?
Huh?
Is 30 Deep a game?
Is it a game?
Yes, sir.
Come on, Woody.
And what you define as a gang?
How do you define a gang? Or do you, let me strike that.
Damn,
Is 30 Deep a group of individuals?
You gotta say something, Woody.
Meaning?
You said 30 Deep is your neighborhood.
Yes, it's my neighborhood.
Is 30 Deep a group of people in your neighborhood?
Just say it's your neighborhood, Woody.
No, it's just, I don't know.
Is it a group of people from your neighborhood?
I just know my neighborhood, I was growing up, I used to hear 30 Deep a lot.
And when you heard of 30 Deep, what did you understand it to? What was your understanding of it?
It was cool.
And when you say it was cool,
Last April,
Oh,
Sam's
man,
launched
y'all is
a monumental
messing me up
event in the
watching
heart
Lil
of
Woody.
northern Syria. Our
Lil
first
Woody
ever.
is entertaining the shit out of me.
Like, I thought it was cool. I just see and heard people say 30 Deep.
and when you saw and heard people say 30 Deep, were they talking about people together?
Hearsay.
Oh, sir.
So do Woody got an answer?
I'll stand that.
When you heard people talk about 30 Deep, what was your understanding of what they were talking about?
I heard rappers say, and his song 30 Deep. I don't know. I heard Gucci Man rap about it. I heard.
Oh Lord,
Jeezy rap about it.
Oh, he got strays.
Have you ever been
Come
a
on,
member
Woody, don't do that.
or an associate of 30 Deep?
I don't know what associate mean.
This fool
Have
said
you
I
ever
don't know
been
what
around
associate
a group of
mean.
people who identify themselves as 30 Deep?
Have I ever been around a group of people that identify themselves as 30 Deep?
Yes.
Me neither.
I know someone who I guess.
But hold on. I'm gonna show y'all in a minute. The judge then lost his damn cool and fired. No, got one of Thug's attorneys arrested, and then now they saying it's something. It's a reason with the judge. Like that's. I'm just laughing at Woody right now. Woody, he entertains the shit out of me. I don't know how else to put it. Woody really. I told y'all he either low key a genius or he out of his damn mind all the way. Y'all figure it out. Y'all, I'm in awe. This nigga.
It was 30 Deep.
Did you ever consider yourself 30 Deep?
No.
What about, did you ever consider yourself part of DRC?
No, I consider myself 372.
Why you
And
don't
what
say that, Woody?
is that why your Instagram was Woody 372?
My Instagram, Woody versus Woody.
Back in 2014, did you have the Woody 372 Instagram?
I told you I don't recall the Instagram. Back then they had several fake accounts with my name in it, but it wasn't mine.
Woody say it wasn't his.
You said you consider yourself 372. What was 372?
It ain't for you to know.
Woody say it ain't for you to
I'm gonna ask you
know.
again, Mr. Copeland. What was 372?
Woody say it ain't for you to know.
What was 372?
It ain't for you to know.
I'm gonna ask you again, Mr. Copeland. What was 372?
372.
Was that a game?
What do you define as a game?
Mr. Copeland, I'm asking a question.
I can't answer your question if I don't know what you're talking about.
Was it you and a group of people a part of 372?
And what's a group of people?
3 or more people.
Woody trying to figure out how to question that.
Well, yeah, well, it wasn't no. We didn't hang on it. Like we wasn't. I guess.
Do you remember in February of 2015 talking about 30 in an interview with Investigator Gator and Investigator Dennis?
You gotta answer, Woody.
Huh?
Do you recall meeting?
This fool said, huh, again.
Investigator. You remember meeting with Investigator Curry, in February of 2015 at Atlanta Police Department with your then girlfriend.
Was I handcuffed?
Can Woody?
Nah, I don't remember.
Do you recall having to go to the Atlanta Police Department after someone came to your home and shot at you?
That's basis.
So I have to orient
I want to rule the objection.
Y'all confusing Woody.
Objection, Mr. C. You can decompose it. Overruled.
Do you recall going to the Atlanta Police Department on that?
See, y'all confusing Woody.
She's got to orient the witnesses to time and place, so I'm going to overrule the objection, okay?
Do you recall having to go to the Atlanta Police Department in February of 2015 after you were the victim of an egg assault in which people tried to shoot at you?
I sustain the objection.
After somebody shot at you, your child, and your child's mother. Do you recall having to go to the Atlanta Police Department to be interviewed for that?
Yes.
What happened there? Okay. And do you recall speaking with a detective during that interview?
I don't know who I spoke with.
Okay. But do you remember, it doesn't matter, do you remember speaking with a detective about what happened with you? And during the course of that interview, do you recall being asked about your affiliation with or your association with 30 Deep?
Be careful right here, Woody.
What you asking me?
Okay. Do you remember the detective asking you if you were a part of 30 Deep?
What'd I say?
You have to ask yes or no. Do you remember being asked that question?
No, I don't remember him asking me.
Okay.
Wrong answer, Woody.
Do you remember saying that?
Basis.
See, y'all.
I need a form of the objection. Oral, sir.
Oh yeah, they did.
Against you, bro. Pose another objection.
Woody got to be sharper than.
He asked you. He told you. You said to him, "It's a whole gang."
His lawyer's trying to say, "Man, come on, man."
You must
trying to watch
the digital
Woody.
dollar is here, and if
I sustain the objection.
Let me ask you this. Let me just play it. Your
She said,
Honor,
"Let me just
they were
play it."
playing the February 20th, 2015 interview, 15628.
See, Woody done did all this shit up here and forgot that he recorded. It's about a 2-3 hour interrogation where Woody was telling about murders that they ain't know nothing about. The murders hadn't even happened yet. I think the niggas was just thinking about it. And yeah, she gonna play. She gonna play some of that.
15644.
Overruled, sir. You said hearsay. I've overruled it. All right. Thank you. It's impeachment. Is that correct, madam?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right.
She pulling it up too. They got you, Woody. You can't be talking on stuff, Woody. She pulling. I'm looking at the audio files on her laptop. Hey man, if y'all coming in, hit the like. The likes are free. And I hope y'all subscribed at least. Y'all ain't got to be members either. Subscribing and the like button free.
No exhibit number, nothing for the record.
I'm going to mark
Let me
it.
fix that. Yes, you do need to mark it as for identification now.
Yes, Your Honor. The state would like to send a 378 Yankee Charlie, and it'll be from 156.28 to 156.44.
They got the time stamps.
378 Yankee Charlie.
Yes, Your Honor. 378 Yankee Charlie.
And
they got the time stamps. They ain't even got to play the whole thing. They can
any
play
objection
exactly
to
what he
say
said.
378 Yankee Charlie from 15,620 to 15,644?
Just what
This exhibit today.
This is the February 20th, 2015 interview of Mr. Copeland.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
I'll object off any hearsay. I heard the state say this would be investigated, sir.
Oh, they didn't pull one of his interviews too.
You're right. I have to give context to the entire statement.
All rule objection.
Look, they objecting everything. She still
It's
pulling
admitted.
everything up.
That particular section is admitted from 15,620 to 15,644.
Yeah. There you go. Hold up. They got you, Woody.
Were you associated with him?
Now that's that long ass interrogation one they got on it right there. That's what she pulled up. She pulled up all kind of stuff, but damn, Woody, you forgot about this.
And everything else that rolled about with it is starting to come back to Hogg.
And Your Honor, I'm going to go back because I think it's maybe 156.27.
Damn, she got the time stamps, everything ready for that. Damn, Woody. Woody nervous as hell. He rocking the hell out there.
You was 30 deep. Were you associated with him? And then everything else that rolled about with it is starting to come back to Hogg.
And we're ending at 156.45. I'm going to also show you. You know what? Strike that. To your knowledge, was the DPI Garlington part of 30B?
No,
To your knowledge, was Shannon part of 30B?
no,
Did you ever claim affiliation with the Bloods?
who, me?
Yes, you.
Yeah,
Okay. What blood set?
What blood sets you from, Woody?
Bloods, period.
When you say Bloods, period, what do you mean?
Blood. I call myself a blood.
Did you ever leave or stop calling yourself a Blood?
You said, did I start calling myself a blood?
Yes.
Yeah,
When was that?
When you start calling
2015.
You start calling yourself a blood in 2015, Woody.
And
I think 2015.
Damn, Woody, you don't know.
And do you have tattoos that would be considered representative of being a member of the Bloods?
No.
Do you have a 5-point star tattoo?
It don't have nothing to do with blood, though.
Do you have a 5-point star tattoo?
Yeah.
How many of them do you have?
A lot.
You say a lot. Can you put that in numbers?
More than 5.
And with your 5-point stars, are they colored? Do they have a color?
Yeah.
What color is that?
What color they would?
What you mean? What color are they?
Yeah, what color?
Yeah, like red would it?
Some on just plain, some red, some green.
Do you know how many red ones you have?
No.
Okay. Do you know how many green ones you have?
No.
Do you know how many that are not colored at all?
No.
Was Demekion part of the Bloods?
Yeah, ask him that.
I'm asking you.
Not to my knowledge.
He said you gotta ask him that.
Do you?
This nigga said you gotta ask him that. Hold on. Let me see why the
lead
to testify against him, though. Good. No. I'm trying to show y'all well about the judge in the Lil Woody. Lawyer. Arrested. They just arrested motherfuckers in this court.
What we call?
Yeah, right here. Not he is, my bad. Young Thug attorney. But this one, hold on, it's something going on with this judge right here. It's to witness on Young Thug. Hold up. My bad. I'm blowed. I got that mixed up. It's supposed to be. Got arrested on Lil Woody. No, Lil Woody was just messing stuff up, and then somebody else. It's something with Lil Woody judge. Whatever. It's gonna show up. Hold on. Okay. Day three. Drill trial, day 5. 7. Nope. Young Thug witness Lil Woody attempts to get out of testifying.
Your Honor.
Lil Woody pleads.
Some new developments at the Fulton County.
Heard the screams in the parking.
That's not it. Take him into custody.
This is the.
Do you know someone by the name of Jeffrey Williams? Is it fair to say that your relationship after you got out of prison is not the same as it was before you went to prison in 2015?
He went to be Wody fires lawyer mid-trial. Yeah, it was something with this right here. That is too long.
This court holds you.
Corruption.
How did you find out about any of that? Well, I'm not disturbed too. And the reason I'm asking a question. And how did you find out about it?
Mr. Copeland made statements that he admitted to killing Donovan Thomas.
Don't take my notes. No. Take Mr. Steele into custody, please.
No way, dude. You're watching a part of history right now.
Okay.
I believe that the court has put him in that position.
No, he purges himself of it.
That's civil. He's not getting that civil.
That's civil.
Yeah, okay.
Respectfully,
It's with Young Thug judge. But it's the same.
There's a little known side hustle that I'm doing myself that earns me a very healthy 6-figure year income.
It's the judge in this case. I don't know. It's something going on. He got Young Thug attorney arrested or whatever right here in this video, and then but then they saying something about him being corrupt. I don't know. I'm finna see.
The Young Thug YSL RICO trial is spiraling out of control. Brian Steele points out evidence of coercion and witness intimidation by the judge and the state. The judge freaks out and asks how he found out about an ex parte conversation with the DA, a witness, and the judge. Steele refuses to answer, and then the judge sentences him to 20 days in jail over the weekends. The judge is straight up wrong here and didn't want to admit it. There's hundreds of defense lawyers citing case law. I'll show you at the end of this video. And over 25 defense lawyers came to Brian Steele's defense within hours of this happening on stream. Once again, I'm left speechless. I don't even know what to say. Just watch the full video. Hit subscribe. Here we go.
Shout out to whoever that dude is, because his channel I'm looking at, but it's very, all this happened. He just summed it up, so I don't have to do it.
First look at Thug on day 88 with the clean knitted sweater on. Looking good, looking good.
Mr. Copeland's had the opportunity to speak with his lawyer, man, and here's my understanding he's going to testify. That's the latest I can give you, okay?
See, that's Woody they talking about.
Woody's testifying now? A weekend in jail with some bologna sandwiches changed his mind.
Sir, it is your intent to testify today, is that correct? Yes. Okay. All right. Some of our jurors, please start name.
I wonder what changed his mind.
I got to say that.
He's already being difficult with the state. Whoa, the state is getting a wireless microphone put in her hand now. Thank God.
Are you from Atlanta?
I'm from Canada.
Okay. Is that a section of the city in Atlanta?
I guess.
Yes. Did you grow up in Mechanicsville?
For sure.
You said for sure? All right. And what are your three brothers' names?
Trey, Nato, Boss.
Say that one more time. You said it fast.
Nato, Trey, Boss.
Nato, Trez, and Boss.
I went to Labdip school.
And what are all the schools you went to?
I don't recall all of them.
When you went to high school, did you go to Southside?
Yeah.
And how old are your two children?
The same age.
Prior to any of this, do you have any criminal convictions?
Of course.
Okay. You know what I'm saying? How many?
Don't keep up with it.
Okay.
There's a big stretch from Thug. Hit the like button for the stretch. It's intense in here today, dude. With Woody on the stand, it is very intense because of what happened on Friday.
Thug is looking at everything going on Woody up there. I'm telling you, like, that's why I said, what was the qualifications to get in the YSL? Because Woody is not. I can't even use the sharpest knife in the book. Theory. All right, whatever.
Friday.
Asking you.
What you asking?
Did you plead guilty to a federal gun charge in 2015?
I think I did.
Did you get out of prison and then go to Wright Street?
Yeah, I locked me up so much. I can't read.
And let me say this: when you say Wright Street, are you talking about the Fulton County Jail?
I know the setting up this whole situation is not funny, but I can't.
Y'all hit the like button, man.
SB or Shannon?
Come on, bro. He's in the courtroom. You know SB. You were friends with him.
Yeah.
How long have you known Shannon?
We went to school together.
And do you see Shannon in the courtroom today?
I got a vision problem. I can't see that far.
That boy said, I got vision problems. I can't see that far.
Entire courtroom, tell me if you see Shannon in the courtroom today.
He's to the left, bro. This is amazing. The silent.
You need to sit down?
Nah, I have any drink.
Okay, do you want some water?
You want to give me a drink?
I'll get some water.
I don't drink water.
Well, I don't have nothing else for you. But I will put some water up there for you.
I don't drink water. Pretends to pass out.
Who am I looking for?
Shannon.
This is insane.
Who say who I'm looking for?
I think I see him.
Okay. When you say you think you see him, what do you think he's wearing?
Look like he wearing gray over there.
So who are you pointing to over there that's wearing gray?
I think they got red hair.
Okay, so you pointing to a lady and not Shannon?
The one behind her.
Okay, so you're saying you believe that the person behind the lady with the red hair is Shannon. Is that what you're saying today?
But it looked like.
That's not Shannon Stillwell right here. So he's intentionally pointing out someone that isn't Shannon.
Does anybody else over there look like Shannon?
Yeah.
Okay, who's the other person who looks like Shannon over there?
He's standing behind the ball head dude right there.
He's standing or he's sitting?
See that, I guess.
Okay.
Bro, it's funny because the bald head of the lawyers keeps being brought up every time they have to identify someone.
Bald head.
So you're saying Shannon's the one with the bald head? Or he's sitting behind him?
Behind the dude with the bald head. I think it's him.
Okay.
There's two people with dreads. I can't see. I just see dreads.
While y'all were in school, did y'all develop a friendship?
Nope.
At some point in time, did you ever develop a friendship with Shannon?
Yeah. At one point, we became cool.
Okay. And when you say cool, what do you mean?
COOL.
Now y'all can't tell me Woody ain't entertaining. Woody been entertaining me for the past, I'm telling you, for at least 5 hours today. He just, I don't know.
Well, I asked you what you mean.
Well, we became cool. I don't know what you mean. I don't know. Oh, there's a dude in the street.
You never met any of his family members.
I never met none of his family members.
What about any of his girlfriends?
What you mean?
Would the two of you go out?
I go out with anybody, even you.
I'm not asking about me. I'm asking about Shannon. Would the two of you go out?
We have went out.
Okay. How often have the two of you gone out?
I don't know. Well, I've been in jail most of the time, so.
Did you all speak while you were in jail?
A few times.
So your friendship didn't stop just because you went to jail?
What you mean?
Did your friendship stop just because you went to jail? Or
Who determine when a friendship start and stop?
I guess you would.
I will.
Yeah. So did your friendship stop? Or your coolness, because you said coolness. Did your coolness stop with him when you went to jail?
I don't.
Okay.
Hey, Judge. I'm hot.
That 5-minute break turned into 25 minutes. Brian said,
hey, Judge,
Pursuant to the 6th and 14th Amendments of the United States Constitution and the corresponding sections of the Georgia Constitution, I'm required to make a full and complete statement to the court. For the record, and if God forbid this goes up on appeal for the appellate courts, I was told based on information and belief that when we arrived at 8:30, 9 o'clock today, we did not come into your courtroom until almost 11:30.
Okay, that's when the judge do whatever and get this lawyer right here arrested, because this lawyer, if I heard right, he want a motion put in to have that judge removed.
I found out just recently this is not waived. Supposedly, in chambers of sound court on reported times, district attorney or district attorneys.
Hit the like button, man. Hit the like button. The like button free.
Copeland and his counsel met together. None of the defense team, to my knowledge, was aware that this was going on.
Oh, that's not allowed, right? There can't be an ex parte conversation with the judge, state attorneys, and a witness. What?
I was told to the district attorneys that Mr. Copeland intended to plead the Fifth Amendment. Then I was told, based on information and belief, that the lawyer for Mr. Copeland and this court were together, and Ms. Love made representations that John Melnick supposedly spoke with some attorneys for the accused and wrote an email to Ms. Love stating that Mr. Melnick does not represent the witness, and that Mr. Melnick wrote an email saying F you, and then somehow that email was CC'd to me. That never started.
Mr. Can I interrupt you for just a second? I'm kind of disturbed because that's ex parte. All that was an ex parte conversation. How did you find out about any of that?
Well, I'm disturbed too, and the reason
I'm asking you questions.
And I'm
How did you find out about it?
I'm going to ask you how you found
The
out
judge
about
is shitting his pants. I think the judge realizes he's caught here with something he wasn't supposed to be doing. Wait, how did Steele find out about this? It has to be Mr. Melnick, Copeland's lawyer.
Our highest court says when a court meets, because Mr. Copeland comes in, the court supposedly made statements, which I assume is somehow accurate based on what you just said. We're entitled, Mr. Williams and every other person wrongly charged here is entitled under the Georgia Constitution to be present. That's the critical stage.
It's just like when you meet with me and you and Mr. Adams meet with me and others have met with me.
But there was a witness there.
Those are ex parte for a lot of different other reasons, but certainly no cafe purposes.
Well, I'm going forward. What I was told was that Mr. Copeland said,
and you haven't answered my question yet.
I'm not. How did you? You're not. No, I will not answer that question.
Why will you not answer that question?
Because I want to make sure that what I say is accurate. I'm not trying to.
No. I'm asking you, how did you get this information?
I'm not telling the court. What I'm saying is based on information.
Okay, well, listen, if you don't tell me how you got this information, then you and I are going to have some problems.
We can have this. I have problems right now.
Okay, I know. Look, I don't want to know about your problems. Okay, at this point in time, all I'm
just say, if you don't tell me where you got that information, we gonna have some problems. Like, I think this way you finna get him arrested or whatever.
Asking you at this point in time is, how did you come upon this information? If the case gets reviewed, the record's going to be available for our appellate court and for whatever reason. But it's disturbing that somehow you have surreptitiously gotten information in regards to the court's private ex parte conversation with a party.
Yes. A witness who was sworn in Friday? The court's telling this is what.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying. A sworn-in witness shouldn't be involved in an ex parte conversation.
But I was told, if this is not true, not true. This court handed Mr. Copeland.
Tell me how you got the information.
Listen,
tell me how you got the information, then we can go ahead and go forward.
I'm not going to say that. What I'm going to say is this.
It concerns me that you have proprietary information.
Why is it proprietary?
Information that you should not be having that was ex parte.
Why?
With a party.
Why?
State of Georgia.
How about the witness? How about Mr. Copeland, who supposedly announced he's not testifying and he'll sit for 2 years, and then supposedly this honorable court, or excuse me, let me rephrase that. This court supposedly said I can.
You changed it from honorable court to court. You took out the word honorable. This conversation could be why Kenneth Copeland is testifying now. Wow, insane. This is gonna be a mess trial. This shit's gonna be over, dude.
Hold you until the end of this trial. Ms. Sullivan supposedly said actually all of the defendants and then all 26 people are disposed of. If that's true, what this is coercion, witness intimidation, ex parte communications that we have a constitutional right to be present for. So I understand that you're upset towards me, but I don't know what I did.
Mr. Steele, I still want to know, how did you come upon this information? Who told you?
What I want to know is why wasn't I there? Why,
Sir, I'm gonna hold you in contempt if you don't tell me who.
I see what I'm saying. The judge don't care about nothing. He just want to know how he got that information. Like, he ain't denying it. He just saying how you got that information. Like, and then he's saying I'm gonna hold you in contempt if you don't tell me how you got the information. So, I mean, he flexing his power.
Tell me who this information
I don't
is
want to be held in contempt. Well, I'm not answering that question. That's attorney-client privilege information. I am not
attorney-client privilege. Unless you were in my chambers, that's the only way you can figure out. I tell you what, I'm going to give you 5 minutes. If you don't tell me if you don't tell me who it is, I'm going to put you. I'm going to put you in contempt because that is not attorney-client privilege.
Attorney-client privilege. I am not.
How did you get that information supposedly from my chambers? Did somebody tell you?
I'm not. You should have told me. You got 5 minutes. Well, I don't need it. I want to continue. This is what I was told. Mr. Copeland made statements that he admitted to killing Donovan Thomas. Don't take my notes. No.
The deputy tried to take his notes. This is literally a TV show. He said Copeland admitted to killing Donovan Thomas.
Okay, Mr. Steele, would you take the podium, please, sir?
The judge's dog is barking behind him. If you didn't know, the judge has a dog behind him at all times for like PTSD, I believe from being in the Army.
Mr. Steele, before I recess, I asked you, how did you get this information? And it is not covered by work product. There's only one way you could have gotten it. So I'm going to ask you again.
And I respect that. And it gives me no joy, as you know, Georgia rule professional conduct. Please check me. 1.6.
I know what the rule says, but here's the thing.
The judge just said, I know what the rule says. He don't care about nothing. He's trying to figure out how he got the information. And if he don't tell him, he's telling him, you finna get arrested. And this old boy lawyer.
You need to please tell me who you got it from. I'm not asking you sum and substance of anything as of yet, okay? But I need you to tell me how you got the information. If you don't tell me how you got the information, I'm going to hold you in contempt.
I understand. I don't want to be held in contempt.
Right, you can't hold a defense lawyer in contempt. That takes the defendant's right away to have counsel. Right?
I don't want to hold you in contempt, but this is so sacrosanct to have a conversation in my chambers parroted to you and others. It is that serious.
Yeah, and that's why I raised it. It is that serious that we should have been there and it shouldn't have.
Sir, that's a whole separate issue, and that's why ex parte conversations are recorded.
Why would it be ex parte?
It's ex parte under seal. It's ex parte because that's what the state asked me to do. It's just like when you asked me for an ex parte conversation.
I've never asked this on court or any court to meet with me and a witness.
Adding the witness in there is the issue. That's the main issue the judge is ignoring. He's more focused on how it got told to Brian Steele than the main issue.
Sir, you're straying off the issue.
I'm not.
The issue is how did you who?
He's saying, the judge saying he's straying off the issue, but the issue that he brought up was that he want that judge removed. He want to file a motion to have that judge removed.
How did you get this information?
I understand the issue. I promise you, I understand.
You can't violate something and then use privilege. Okay?
I'm not violating anything.
Okay, but that's why I'm saying, how did you get information?
But just listen to what I'm trying to tell you.
The privilege in 1.6 would occur if you were in the right place, right time to begin with.
To give you information, and you're saying it's not some substance, but I'm telling you, I can't do that under the bar rule.
All right, well, I'm going to hold you in contempt, and you can think about it. 5 o'clock today, we'll see where you are at that stand on that point. Because no, that's not what I understand the rule to be. I've not asked you sum and substance of what was said. I asked you how you got it.
You can't do that.
Yes, you can, because I have an idea how you got it.
Well, your idea.
I have an idea how you got it, but that's improper.
Your idea may be wrong, and you're asking me to listen. I told you the first time, and I'm not sure.
I don't want to hold you in contempt, but this is that serious, Judge. You cannot eavesdrop and get information that was not meant for you to hear at that particular point in time.
Judge, and listen, I'll do whatever you want. This is so serious to me. We need a hearing. I'm moving for a mistrial. It is my understanding, based on information believed from whom.
From whom?
Well, I'd like to get the substance first, and then we can.
Okay, well, then you'll be in custody until then.
There's no way he does this. There's no way he puts Brian Steele in custody.
You need to tell me how you got the information. I'm not asking you what was said. You've already kind of given us some snippets of what you said. That tells me that somebody parroted that information to you. So
you're assuming something because I told you already.
Well, then, other than if you were sitting, unless you were sitting in there with a recorder, or Miss Love, or Miss Hilton, or one of the deputies gave you that information, or Miss Weaver shot you a rough copy of the transcript, there's only one other person that's left.
Well, Your Honor.
And if that person gave you that information, shared that information with you, she probably violated privilege.
Well, I don't know how that is a privileged communication. It shouldn't be.
Well, because she has a client she's supposed to represent.
Who are you talking
about? But anyways, I'm not going to have it.
What I got got this information.
I'm not gonna have any further conversation about this. I want to know, the question still remains. I want to know who gave you the information.
I'd like to know what information happened outside of presence. That's really it.
You can go into custody.
I think that the board needs to again declare a mistrial based upon.
Okay, and I'm going to deny your motion. I'm going to deny your motion.
I understand that you spoke with a witness outside of presence.
And whenever, yes, I had an ex parte conversation, which is appropriate.
You won't even let him talk. Don't put your hands behind your back.
Have that all on the record. All right. I mean, I don't know why that's so hard to do. If nothing happened bad, that's fine. But you're acting like, tell me who it is and don't talk about the substance. Why can't we have an issue that was outside of presence? It should not have been.
Because you got some information that you shouldn't have gotten.
Why?
Well, we can. That's for another day.
But why?
Okay,
Why
that's for
did we
another
exclude
day.
it in the first place? I didn't know about this.
That's
I raised
for another
it
day.
So I raised it as soon as we found out about it.
Well,
This trial's over. Something's gonna happen in the next 24 hours.
You should read it. It's a material part, a critical part of the case. When a judge speaks with a witness outside the presence of the accused, the court has said it's right there in Division 2. That is a material or critical part of the case, and it's an automatic reversal.
Mr. Steele.
But you're acting like it's
Mr. Steele, that is not the case when somebody discloses information in a ex parte conversation that one of the parties is lawfully asking to hold.
All right, well, I'm a nigga, so ex parte, I'm not really familiar with, but all I know is the judge is trying to tell him, like, that's not the rule. I don't really know what the rule is, but the attorney is obviously saying he's within the rules. I'm putting it in layman's terms because all that they saying is confusing.
You're not supposed to have communication with a witness who's been sworn. You know, I'm not telling you. I'm just saying if you read it, I'm assuming you read it. That's what it says, and you did it.
The state which we heard.
You said it supposedly.
Yes,
and what I'm trying to get to is why did that happen outside of presence? And I need to have I respect requesting the transcript that you mentioned to be given to us so we could really understand it. I'd be breaching 1.6, and I know you're assuming something.
I don't think you're breaching 1.6. You can't hide behind 1.6.
I'm not hiding behind anything.
You can't hide behind. Yeah, but the thing is, I think you got this information. Somebody disclosed it to you, and that's the only way you could have gotten it.
What I got,
unless you're sitting there, you're eavesdropping. So you can't use something ordinarily that you had no business getting to begin with, and then stand on, well, hey, we didn't give you the information, or the party didn't give you the information. So,
Your Honor, that's the issue, isn't it?
Well,
why aren't we entitled to the
that needs to be told. But
we don't know why we were excluded from that.
Mr. Steele,
and I want that information.
Stop. Just stop.
Williams constitutional right.
It's Georgia Constitution. Just stop at this point in time. Because
Article 1
you already said that. You've already said Georgia Constitution, and we have the right to be present. All right, Mr. We're not waiving any. Yes.
No, I said
They're trying to get the whole thing
we're not accepting any proffer from the state. Excuse me.
Oh my God, Brian Steele is such a G. Why was a sworn witness talking to the state and the judge, and then now suddenly he wants to testify? Isn't that fucking insane? I'm seeing so many defense lawyers on Twitter like freaking out over this.
We certainly have the right to request ex parte communications. That's why we ask that the court reporter be present. This is a matter that the defendants did not have a right to be a part of, as this was a matter regarding a civil contempt imposed upon a person for not obeying the court's directive. We believe illegally obtained from the court's chambers.
I represent Mr. Williams, and my statement is in regards to my representation of Mr. Williams. He has two attorneys.
Okay, yeah, he does.
The court now having found Mr. Steele in contempt, the court continues in that position.
Legendary Keith Adams, here we go, man.
That leaves Mr. Williams represented, at least at this juncture, by myself. That puts me in a position of making sure the court is aware that I'm in receipt of the same information that Mr. Steele received. I'm of the same opinion that the court is engaged in behavior that I believe compromises and corrupts the continuation of this trial. I do believe that we are entitled to and should receive a copy of the transcript so that a full investigation can be made as to what we believe has occurred here. I am absent for a mistrial. I do not believe that we can proceed at this point based upon the information that we've received.
Right.
And frankly, I don't believe the state has any say in that. My statement is in regards to my representation of Mr. Williams, and if Mr. Steele is going to be going in contempt, I have exactly the same position. I also do not.
Well, I asked him, so I didn't ask you. Yeah. So, but I'll leave it at that.
On behalf of Shannon Stillwell, I am going to be moving for a mistrial, first and foremost.
All the defense lawyers coming to Brian Steele's aid here.
8:30 for a 9 o'clock start. Did not start till approximately, I'm estimating 11 o'clock. We figured something was going on. We were given.
Come on with this, man.
Been no information about any meeting, who was meeting, what the meeting was about, or whether the meeting was ex parte or not ex parte, who requested the meeting, who was in the meeting. We were completely in the dark. And quite frankly, we kind of remain in the dark. I'm not going to throw out spurious allegations. like the ones that have been thrown at me over the past couple of days. But I will say, Your Honor, what I do know, just based on what we've heard over the last 20 minutes, it appears there was a meeting, knew nothing about, that involved Your Honor, the district attorneys, and a witness who had been sworn in. My client was not given an opportunity to be present. This was a critical stage in this trial. That error is a foundational, structural error in this case, and it is the cause for an immediate mistrial. I'm going to ask for the transcript, and I'm going to ask for the recordings as well.
I'm honestly speechless. I don't even know what to say. This trial is over. I don't know how it's going to go on after this.
I think it's necessary at this time to put a halt to these proceedings. I am moving for a mistrial. I have not waived anything. I just found out about this information, and that's our stance, Your Honor. Thank you.
I've noted your motion for mistrial is denied.
It's denied immediately.
Okay, Mr. Steele, last time, who told you? All right, Mr. Steele's in custody, and once he clears the area, we'll go ahead and start it.
No way.
Yeah, we're going to continue. I'm not calling nothing.
Look.
You don't have that luxury at this point in time, sir. You don't. Really getting yourselves cross purposes at this point in time. Sir, I'm telling you, you are at this point in time. You made some things out of nothing. I think that you're on very precarious ground at this point in time.
You're the one that had a meeting with the sworn witness and the DA.
I'm telling you at this point in time, he's in custody. We're going to go ahead and start. You can represent Mr. Williams. That's okay. That's fine. I'll take up the other stuff as needed, but I'm not going to take it up right now. You're going to have to do the best you can at this point in time, because you don't get to extort the court. That's what you're attempting to do at this point in time, sir. Yes, you are. What you're trying to do is, I'm not going forward if I don't get this. You know, it doesn't work that way, Mr. Adams. I don't have enough information at this point in time to address it. I don't. But I'm telling you at this point in time, there is nothing that was given, said, whatever this morning. But sir, I don't even know. Your co-counsel won't even tell me who said whatever. Okay. And the challenge I'm having in this circumstances, that is such a violation of the sacrosanctness of the court's chambers and an ex parte conversation. You're just glossing over that. You're glossing over that in its entirety. No, it's not, sir. It's not. That's not what happened.
Respectfully, we are not obligated to simply accept that there's been no violation. We believe that there has been.
Okay, well then you made it. No, we're not doing that at this one time. So you'll have a choice to make. Take Mr. Steele into custody, please.
Take Mr. Steele into custody. They finna come get his ass too.
Wow.
And stand up, partner.
You're watching a part of history right now.
Look, Young Thug's just like, bro, what?
Now, the court reporting went on to confer with counsel regarding the appropriate remedy in this type.
Okay, all right.
Bro, look how Thug looking, bro.
My God.
Yes, sir, you certainly may. Mr. Williams does not wish to go forward without me being here. You're removing me against his will, my will. You're taking away his right to counsel. And you're conducting material parts of this trial without me present, and I can't learn about it by watching on the line. So for that reason, additionally, I asked for a mistrial. And I assume you denied, but I'd like you to deny our motions for mistrial. You denied the other thing. I denied your motion, but I'll certainly take that under advisement, sir.
Oh my God. Steele is a G. I wonder if Thug realizes he paid for the best possible lawyer. This is a scripted TV show.
Continue to represent Mr. Williams. You can consult with Mr. Steele. Any breaks or anything such as that, I'll allow you to do that. Continue to do that, but
there's no way that's going to happen. There's no way.
Mr. Steele put himself in this particular position in terms of always. I'm not asking him for any other information, privilege, or any other conversations, but I need to know who told you.
That affords Mr. Williams the right during these proceedings while court is in session, both of his counsels, for Mr. Steele to be present in the courtroom. He can still be held in contempt, but for Mr. Williams to have representation of both Mr. Steele and Mr. Adams while court is in session.
So Miss Love wants Mr. Steele back too. I think Miss Love is doing this because she's terrified of a mistrial.
Court's remedy does not affect his ability to have his counsel of choice. There was no substantive communication with any witness in this case outside the presence of any counsel for the defendants or any defendants in this courtroom.
So she's saying there wasn't really anything said in this ex parte conversation. Apparently there's a transcript of it, but I mean, how can the defense just take their word for it? That's insane.
All I'm asking for is some sunlight to come over these proceedings.
So this is not an open meeting. This is not a sunlight situation.
Release the transcript and then we can see, because we do not accept this.
Man, the judge just said this is not a sunlight situation. And all the lawyer is saying, he already in custody now. All he's saying is release the transcripts then. Like,
Okay, you don't accept the court's representation? I'm telling you.
Like the transcript.
I'm telling you at this point in time, when the case is reviewed on appeal, if I am wrong, then certainly the appellate court can tell me. Certainly there are other bodies in Georgia that certainly my conduct can be reviewed by. But
We are trying this case right now to win this case. We are not playing for an appeal. We would like a fair shot at this case right now. We would like the transcripts. We all know that the appellate process in this case is probably going to take decades.
let's see, Mr. Steele, please. You can put him down, put his tie back on.
Put his tie back on.
I'm still gonna hold you in contempt. You can purge that contempt by just telling me who it is that told you this information. That's all I need to know. But at the end of the today, I'll ask you that question again today. We did not take up any business in your absence, other than Mr. Evans eloquently saying he was not going to go forward without having you present with him.
Yeah, Thug said he wasn't gonna go forward without that attorney. Like, so.
No, I'm not gonna order the transcript as of yet, because if the case should be reviewed, the appellate court will have that particular ability to do that. That's why I would like to know who it is that told you or disclosed this information from Chambers, because I don't know if this person even had, if that conversation was even had within my presence or hearing. You're running a very thin professional responsibility. I don't think you have coverage at this point in time. I think you're blowing your coverage at this point.
So are you, brother. Dude, I feel like they could get a transcript of the conversation within 20 or 30 minutes. Have the lawyers look at it. If it's nothing, then it's nothing, and we move on.
But you're indicating what was said. I want to know who told it to you. And I'm making it based on information. But I need to know who it is, because that's critical for the court taking remedial steps at this point in time. No. Yeah, I'm holding you in contempt because you won't tell me who.
We know what remedial means.
Take a photo.
Well, because if somebody's a represented party and they disclose information that to you all as parties in this case, that could be a problem. That could be a problem. That doesn't make a difference, but you got information that you shouldn't have had. And then you turn around and say, well, the court did something wrong and that we should be entitled to have the transcript. You all have contorted and perverted that particular process. You really have.
What I said was it is a material part.
It's not, well.
Oh, wait. Steele saying this conversation is now a material part of the trial, which makes Judge Glanville a witness, requiring him to be recused.
So witness testifying who met with the court and the DAs. That doesn't concern us.
Your Honor,
meaning the defense.
I think that for an ex parte conversation, in terms of what was said, and I'm not gonna keep continuing to discuss this, because the transcript is what the transcript is, and it will say what it reflects. It really will. You have the keys to your own contempt. I don't want to hold you in contempt, sir. I don't. If you're willing to tell me that, that's fine. That will purge your contempt. If you don't want to, then I'll in terms of what, sir?
I suppose contempt.
It's criminal contempt. It's sui sponte criminal contempt, sir. You don't get to appeal from this.
Criminal contempt? I thought this was civil.
You will go into custody at 5 o'clock today, or whenever we finish. If you don't tell me what that is, tell me who that is. This is criminal contempt. I have asked you a question related to this particular proceedings, and if you don't tell me, then you'll suffer the consequences of that. Unfortunately, like I said, I'm not looking to hold you in contempt. I really am. I'm not.
So I'm seeing on Twitter right now that the judge apparently doesn't know the difference between criminal and civil contempt. Civil is intended to enforce compliance with a court order. Person alleged of being in civil contempt is often described as holding the keys to the jail. He just told Brian Steele that, but then said he's in criminal contempt. Criminal contempt is intended to preserve the power and vindicate the authority of the court, or in other words, punish those who violate court orders because there's no other remedy available. Judge Glanville doesn't understand that civil contempt has a remedy to coerce compliance with the court. Criminal contempt requires a punishment. Certainly appears he doesn't. So Judge Glanville is in the wrong here. Okay, we're just going to proceed with Copeland testifying.
I recognize myself.
Okay, do you recognize anybody else in 358?
Myself.
Do you recognize anyone else?
Their faces covered up.
And do you see someone's face is not covered up in 358?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you recognize who that person is?
I can hardly tell.
Okay. Is that Shannon Jackson? Your Honor, at this point in time, I'm trying to
Deshard said she's showing him altered photographs.
Me, Shannon, DB.
She's trying to impeach him by just showing relationship with him and SB, and he was acting oblivious, I guess.
But does that look like the three of them, DB and Shannon? Does it look like y'all?
I just said yeah.
Okay.
I can see, but I can't really see their face like that.
Okay.
Well, what did it say? I can't see their face like
Is that
that.
Shannon Jackson?
It's blurry.
Shannon Steele.
Now they do got a mustache.
So is this your testimony that is not Shannon Jackson in this picture?
Like I said, I can recognize me. Damn.
Okay, there's three people with hats on. Which person are you with the hat on?
With the writing on my shirt.
Okay. What does the writing say?
DRC, third YRC.
What does DRC mean?
DRC.
What does it stand for something?
You asked me what it means. DRC.
Okay, does DRC stand for something?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay. It doesn't stand for the robbing crew.
Not to my knowledge.
Okay, that's fine.
What you said? What, Chris?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay. It doesn't stand for the robbing crew.
I'm not robbing.
Okay, that's fine.
Dope robbing Crips.
Not to my knowledge.
Okay. It doesn't stand for the robbing crew.
I'm not robbing.
Okay, that's fine. I'm asking what does YRC stand for?
YRC?
Yes.
This stuff don't have no meaning. This is how I got this shirt.
Oh my
That's
God.
just that neither DRC or YRC mean anything.
This is how I got this shirt.
Okay. And then you said you recognize Shannon in this picture.
He
Where's
says
Shannon?
that don't none of it
The
mean
blue hat
that.
on the New York Yankees shirt?
He didn't know.
And is that Shannon to the right? or to my right?
It looked like Shannon.
Did you talk to him about your secrets? Did you confide in him about life, things that had happened?
Now my seat go to the grave, me.
Okay. Of the Michigan Burlington. Little D.
For sure.
I'm sorry, say that again.
I almost birthed him.
You almost birthed him?
Yeah.
Tell the jury what do you mean by that?
I mean, he's my son.
Okay. And let me ask you this. Do you know another person who's referenced as Little D?
What you mean?
Do you know someone who's called Little D from Cleveland?
Oh, I heard of him. I know when DD died, this when I took him in.
Do you remember what year DD died?
I don't remember when DD died.
Okay. So was that every day? Was that once a week?
Whenever I felt like it.
Okay. So was that every day? Was that once a week?
What time?
I understand. Just answer the question. I'm gonna have to ask you again. So was that every day? Was that weekly? Was that monthly?
I don't know.
Did you consider Little D like your brother? I know you call him your son.
What did he say? He don't know nothing.
I consider him my son.
Do you recall ever telling any detectives previously that he's like a brother to you?
I probably did. I know Tim.
These boys hanging out on the block with 30 deep shirts on.
That's you sitting on the step in a white t-shirt and blue jeans and black and gray sneakers.
Yes.
Does that look like Little D?
I guess.
Well, it's someone you call your son. Does it look like a person you better be your son?
I just told you that from the beginning.
What, if
He
anything,
can't see.
what you doing with your
What
hands
is it? He can't
symbolized,
see.
if anything?
She said, what you doing with your hands?
Is that the symbol from Mechanicsville?
We represent the bird. I wanted him to lie to me and he wouldn't.
Okay.
When the police was accusing me for stuff, I went to Little D and told him what I wanted him to tell the police, and he wouldn't tell the police that, so I got mad at him.
Okay.
Me and Shannon was friends, but me and Shannon was not together on the street as much as friends. We was not together a lot.
Okay.
It's been like 2 or 3 hours since Brian Steele was officially held in contempt, and now Judge Glanville's worst nightmares happen. An Avengers Endgame level of attorneys accumulated outside the courtroom, waiting to stand in solidarity with Brian Steele. I'm not joking. Apparently, like 20 defense lawyers have pulled up to the courthouse to defend Brian Steele, like known Atlanta defense lawyers. And apparently, this lady right here is named Ashley.
Now that's cold. So, Young Thug defense attorney, Steele, that's his last name. The one that got held in contempt, he in contempt or whatever, put in cuffs. Just that fast, they all are, like, not all of them, but a lot of the defense attorneys are outside of the courtroom protesting for him and ready to defend him in Young Thug.
Ashley Merchant, and she is one of them. Part of the Trump trial too, or some shit. So let's go.
That you figured out somebody told me this information, and you somehow said it is privilege, which I can't imagine. Or I eavesdropped. So to me, eavesdropping is a Title 16 crime. So they brought down lawyers. The lawyers are not allowed into your courtroom.
No, we just don't have any space, Mr. Steele. We can let in as many as we possibly can that will fill up our benches at this point in time and won't violate our security protocols. Do you have an attorney that's here for you, sir?
Ashley Merchant is here. She's the president.
Okay, all right. We'll let Ms. Merchant. That's fine.
You know, Glenville's sweating hearing that name.
I held him in contempt earlier from today's proceeding by him not telling me who it is he got this information from. I'm not asking him for any of the sum and substance of the communication. He's been disclosing that. However, who told him that? He will be able to purge himself of that contempt, and he's done. That's the only thing I'm asking for at this point in time.
Judge, just for the record, is it criminal contempt that you held him in?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and you said you had a hearing earlier today.
No, it was criminal contempt. I told him what the contempt was, and that was he refused to order the court. If counsel, as you know, if the court orders you to do something and you don't, that's criminal contempt. So I've asked him several times, please just tell me who it is that told you. I didn't ask for an inquiry about anything that was said.
I think Ashley's about to school Judge Glanville on what civil versus criminal contempt is.
And Judge, since it is a criminal contempt, he is entitled to due process. He's entitled to a hearing, entitled to an actual show cause, entitled to the allegations actually written, entitled to a witness list. We're entitled to present our own witness list.
Oh, no. Criminal contempt is different. It is on the spot. So he's gotten the due process he's going to get. That's on the spot. I told him. Plus, he's had all day to tell me who it is. A little different, Ms. Merchant. I don't disagree with you, but.
Well, and Judge, just for the record, it's that's direct. So what you're holding him in is in direct criminal contempt.
Yes.
The issue with the direct criminal contempt is whether or not to actually hold a hearing now, whether or not it needs to be held immediately. And the problem is, if you hold him in direct criminal contempt, as you're saying that he did, you are a witness to that proceeding, and so it has to be referred to another judge. Doesn't require recusal. You actually have to sui sponte send it to another judge.
So they still trying to just get him removed. Like that's the whole thing, and that's why he bucking back so hard. But and she one of the ones came from outside.
Show me the case law that says that.
Yes, that is one of the cases. Also, 2 other cases. There's quite a few other lawyers that want to be present in the court. There's about 20, 25.
The challenge is not state allegations, as I told you.
25 lawyers pulled up like the fucking Avengers.
There's room in the jury box, and then there's room in the courtroom. So we would ask that they go.
I don't want the jury box, okay?
And at this moment, he f***ed up. The judge is realizing right now there's case law.
The trial has continued. It has not stopped this trial. For you to hold a summary hearing of direct contempt, the court has to be able to state how this interferes with your ability to administer justice in this case.
I can tell you because it is a violation of the sacrosanct nature of the court's ability to hold ex parte conversations without those being broadcast to other people. That's a problem. That's a real problem.
Mr. Steele has a right to make a motion like this. If there were
He does. I'm not saying anything, but he's kind of put himself in a particular position he's in.
No, Judge, I don't agree. I believe that.
I'm gonna disagree. Okay.
I believe that the court has put him in that position.
No, I believe that Mr. Steele's, he can file whatever motions, but his particular actions in this case, I just want to know who told him this. That's all. I'm not asking him to
Man, why is he so worried about
tell any conversations, but
that's what you want, but that does not conflate to a contempt. Your desire for him to answer your question does not mean that you have the power to hold him in
so you
contempt.
can come into court, Mr. Merton, and not answer a question of the court, and not be held in contempt?
If it's a question that the court is not permitted to ask, yes.
Okay, well, this is a question the court's permitted to ask.
And it's our position, if we had a hearing, we could explain to the court why he is not required. First of all, the court accused him of eavesdropping. That is a crime. He has a Fifth Amendment privilege against answering those questions. Rule 1.6 protects all confidential information that is gained, not from your client, but in representation of your client. He has the ability to protect that information. But we don't even need to get there because he can't be held in contempt, and you can't threaten him with contempt for presenting a motion in good faith that he believes there were ex parte communications. You are a witness to that because it's my understanding that you were part of those ex parte communications. They can't be ex parte if you aren't part of them by nature. And you have to be involved. Therefore, you have to be a witness. So you are a witness. You cannot also.
But you got the information. But here's the thing: you got the information allegedly from an improper methodology. I'm not saying that he eavesdropped. I said that one of the things is it's either one of two ways. Eavesdropping, which I don't believe it at all. I don't believe that for a minute. I do believe that somebody did tell him what was the sum and substance of the court's conversations, and that would not be permissible.
Judge, let's just back up for a second. He makes a motion because he has reason to believe that there were ex parte communications made. The court has a duty, if there are ex parte communications made, to alert counsel. He shouldn't have had to learn it from wherever he learned it.
I think that he caused that particular circumstance. I think that he had a conversation with somebody and he got some information.
I'm just sitting here speechless. I can't even believe this is real. She's low-key schooled this man.
I'm of the opinion I'm going to stand on my ruling at this point in time. I'm going to hold him in contempt. So at this point in time, is there anything else you want to tell me?
Yes, Judge, there's quite a few other things. So first of all, we would ask that you be recused from this case because you are a witness, necessarily. It cannot be an ex parte proceeding without you.
She asked her to be removed.
At this point in time, is there anything else you want to tell me?
Yes, Judge, there's quite a few other things. So first of all, we would ask for you to be recused from this case because you are a witness, necessarily. It cannot be an ex parte proceeding without you being.
I saw that on Twitter earlier. This requires him to be recused if he's a witness.
Yeah.
So you are a witness to this proceeding. Therefore, yes,
he don't want to be.
You are a witness to the contempt. So you have now, and if it's criminal, which is what you're saying it is, Mr. Steele is entitled to all the same due process rights that Mr. Williams and every other defendant in this courtroom is entitled to. He's entitled to those. One of those is to have a fair and neutral judge decide his case.
Judge up saying it's criminal contempt.
Those is to have a judge who is not also a witness in the proceeding deciding whether or not he's in contempt. This needs to be heard by a different judge.
Oof.
And he has the right to subpoena witnesses. He has the right to an attorney. He has the right to due process, notice, show cause hearing, notice of the alleged violation, whatever rule it is that the court believes, and a hearing where he can call you as a witness.
Yeah, okay. Now that judge has became a witness because he was talking to whatever. That's why he's so mad, and he got the other one in contempt or whatever right now. But this the thing, and I promise y'all this. And hit the like button if y'all in here. I keep telling y'all that's free. They ain't you becoming a member or nothing, but feel free to become a member. If you knew what's happening. Look, y'all can take my word for this. Ain't no way. They said around 25 defense attorneys pulled up that was watching when the judge said, you know what I'm saying, put him in contempt, and Young Thug said he ain't gonna, continue without his, that attorney. Now, she came from outside with all the defense attorneys that pulled up. If y'all think that they finna make it be a mistrial. He got too many. Now Young Thug ain't got one lawyer. He got about 30. And they all there. They just let her in. They all outside now.
You can testify. You are necessarily a witness. For way to be ex parte, you have to be a witness. It can't be both ways.
I'll let the court decide that. Anything else?
No, we'll file a notice of appeal, and we need to have the order reduced in writing.
I'm going to do that right now.
And Judge, we would ask that you grant a bond at this point. Grant him a bond on that issue.
You don't get a superseded bond on a criminal contempt.
You can grant him a bond.
No, you don't get one on that.
The civil is the one that you can hold him until he complies with the order.
Sorry, I think in
just a case law that you right here.
More case law that shows.
It's here. This is it. The federal government just come out with some new regulations that allows you to buy real estate.
Lying, man. Shut up.
Boosie can give him a bond. I think the judge is scared of switching his ruling here. It sounds like he's scared of admitting he's wrong.
Criminal contempt that Mr. Steele has committed, not a civil indirect contempt.
That's right.
The other issue is if it is a criminal contempt and you are finding him guilty of criminal contempt, then we have to have a sentence imposed. Now, civil is where you get to hold him until he complies.
No,
criminal is where you get to impose a sentence, maximum 20 days and $1,000 fine. So if you're going to incarcerate him under a criminal contempt, he's got to be sentenced.
His contempt is as long as he, when he tells me what the basis of the conversation is. I didn't ask what, but he tells me that, then I can certainly, he purges himself of the contempt.
That's civil. He's not getting that civil.
Actually, civil contempt.
That's civil.
Respectfully, civil contempt impose punishment as a means of coercing future compliance with prior order of the court.
Awkward as shit.
Prior order of the court, presumably, is that you directed Mr. Steele to answer the question, to disclose the information as to who is his source for knowledge of this ex parte meeting that occurred earlier this day. Criminal contempt imposes unconditional punishment to punish the act which has occurred in the past and cannot be purged. It is not capable of being purged. Now, Mr. Steele has indicated to us he does not believe that he can answer the question without violating his duty of loyalty and duty of confidentiality to his clients. So he is being placed in a position where he's either going to jail or he's going to commit an offense.
If the one that the judge got in contempt, Steele, if he say whatever, then he's violating his his client and attorney privilege or whatever. He right, so he can't tell him nothing.
License to practice law,
that takes away the whole point of criminal contempt, and that is you do something, the court tells you to do something, order the court, and you don't follow it. I didn't ask him to do anything legally, moral, and ethical.
Mr. Steele has indicated to us that he does not believe he can answer that question without also violating the privilege.
And Judge, that's why we're trying to figure out if it's criminal versus civil. So the issue is you're picking and choosing. You're saying, well, you get the bad side of criminal and no bond. I really am actually trying to punish you civilly, which is when you hold someone until they comply.
Okay, let me think about this a second. Okay? I'm gonna take 5 minutes out. I'm gonna think about it.
He got schooled by Ashley, bro. This 5-minute break turned into over an hour. So the judge took an hour. Will he change his mind and admit he was wrong? Here we go.
All right, thank you for your patience, counsels. The court had an opportunity to reflect, and Mr. Steele, I could ask you to take the podium, please, as well. And then stand next to your attorneys. I've made a clarification to the order of contempt. Mr. Steele, I am going to hold you under, still hold you in summary criminal contempt for your failure to comply with my earlier order of today. I'm going to order that you be taken into custody and incarcerated in Fulton County Jail for no more than 20 days for this contempt. Those 20 days consisting of every weekend for the next 10 weekends. And you'll be reporting to 901 Wright Street.
So he gave
Northwest Atlanta, Georgia.
Jail time. He gave Young Thug attorney 20 days in jail because he won't tell him who, where the information came from.
For Judge 30318 at 7 p.m. on Fridays and be released on 7 p.m. on Sundays. And it's to commence this Friday, June the 14th at 7 p.m. and not to end until Sunday, August the 18th at 2024, 7 p.m. subject to further order of this court.
An absolute travesty. What a coward. He couldn't admit he was wrong.
I asked that I can be with Mr. Williams and work on our case all weekend, for all those weekends. Otherwise, I can't prepare. I speak with Mr. Williams.
If that comes to pass, my support, I will talk with our sheriff and we may be able to make that.
No way Steele just said he wants to be in the same cell as Thug. I hope Thug realizes he bought the best lawyer he could buy. Steele is saying, let me be with my defendant in the same celly, baby. Holy shit.
If that should occur, okay?
Funny tweet I just saw on Twitter, dude got sentenced to 20 sleepovers with Young Thug. These two G's right here about to be cellies.
Your Honor, I have to...
That's some real shit. His attorney, Young Thug attorney, told him, well, put me in there with my client. Put me in with my client. He said, if I gotta do jail time, put me in with his client. So he's saying, put me in with Young Thug. I know Thug like, boy, I'm glad I hired this motherfucker right here. Thug got about 25 to 30 attorneys now.
For my cross-examination of Kenneth Copeland over the next few evenings, and I would ask once again for the court to release the transcript of what occurred earlier today so that I may prepare my cross-examination.
I'm not going to do that, sir. Not at this point in time, respectfully.
What? Your Honor, if it's not released by the time that we cross-examine Mr. Copeland, our defense will be hindered.
So that would be an issue you can certainly raise then and now, but because of the way it was the way it was disseminated.
Okay, so Mr. Copeland is Woody ass. That's Woody. So that's how Woody all in the mix of it. Woody just raising hell, boy. I know Thug, look, damn, you see lawyers everywhere.
representations Mr. Copeland made about our case outside our presence, and based upon information in the leading court, handed Mr. Copeland allegedly the law and false swearing and perjury. And if that's true, I'd like to also talk with him if he'll talk about how that came about. I'd like to transfer. So I'm joining him, but also it goes to matters that are discussed about the case based on information.
And I don't understand how the state with a straight face can possibly say we are not a party to matters concerning a witness sworn in trial to testify against our clients. We are certainly a party.
Okay.
And we were denied the right to be present.
All right, thank you, sir. I'm still going to deny it. All right, anything else?
What an absolute travesty. I'm going to go through some tweets here for you guys to understand a little bit better. So Andrew here is a really good lawyer. Let's go through some relevant law. First off, judges are not supposed to talk to parties without opposing counsel present, except in a few limited circumstances. Judges shall neither initiate nor consider ex parte communications by interested parties. I'm not aware of any rule that permits a judge to meet ex parte with a witness. He cites a case right here. But talking with one party present, not notifying anyone else, and having a conversation with a potential witness about whether he would testify seems far beyond that. At minimum, Glanville can't hear the recusal motion. If a recusal motion is heard, then the sort of denials that Glanville has been making, in which he inquires instead about how the defense attorneys found out about the communication, can be an independent basis for recusal. Just keep citing cases, bro. As for whether Steele can be put in contempt for refusing to answer the judge's question, I'm dubious. While Steele argued that the communication was confidential under Rule 1.6, he was repeatedly interrupted by the judge and may not have been given a full opportunity to explain why he should not be held in contempt. Also, anything you learn through representation is confidential and you cannot be compelled to reveal it except through a court order. I'm not sure that the judge simply telling Steele to tell him the source was proper court order. This was truly troubling, and I'm so glad that cameras caught the proceedings. And the most sympathetic...
See, now this would make all them other defense attorneys pull up outside the courthouse. They was tweeting. I don't even like saying tweet, but they was tweeting while everything was happening.
Possible reading. There was a threat to the witness, and he wanted reassurance that he'd be safe. But defense counsel still gets to hear that. If a threat keeps a witness from testifying, state can claim defendant forfeited right to cross. This totally secret ex parte meeting is not like anything I've heard of before. And I couldn't find a case on point with it. Really strange. Ex parte communications are authorized for scheduling, administrative purposes, or emergencies that do not deal with substantive matters or issues. The judge makes provision promptly to notify all other parties of the substance of the ex parte communication and gives the parties an opportunity to respond, which he did not do. And that's from Rule 2.9, assuring fair hearings and averting ex parte communications. Lester Tate's another lawyer. He tweeted, I've read lots of judges and folks accused of contempt. We'll be shocked if this is not reversed. It's indirect criminal contempt in which the judge is involved. Should have been referred to another judge for handling. Can't wait to read Judge Glanville's order. Does he now think this ex parte issue goes away? Because the lawyers are going to ask the witness about the conversation. That's where it's going to get interesting. On cross-examination, the lawyers are going to ask Kenneth Copeland about what was said and what he said, what the judge said.
Woody.
I honestly don't see how this trial continues.
Okay, so Woody had a meeting with him, with the judge, and I don't know who else. So it's Woody ass. It been Woody ass. I told y'all it was Woody. Woody been cutting up the whole time. I told y'all it was Woody. Now, so the judge, I don't know what's going to end up happening, but they filed the motion to oh my bad, y'all. They filed the motion to oh, that's the wrong way, huh? Kind of blow, not all the way, but they filed the motion, right? To get the judge, to get him on out of it. But he doing everything he can to, I guess, hold it off. Shit, it gotta end up happening, bro. When you got that many lawyers that pull up outside, you know what I'm saying, the courthouse, because they was, I don't like that word, because they was tweeting, like, you know, what was going on. Bruh, I don't care what nobody say. They gonna do something. It might not be a mistrial, but if he sat there and he met with Lil Woody ass, like he wasn't supposed to do that. That's just not without letting the defense know. And that's all the dude still was trying to say, like, you know, we were supposed to have knowledge of it It's not a question of did it happen or not. Got Woody Lil asked and sat down with the judge and somebody else, and all Thug Lawyer was saying was they should have had knowledge of that, like, and he right. Like if you do something like that, they
continue on with another court case that we have been following very closely.
The Young Thug YSL RICO trial was
Continue on with another court case that we have been following very closely, this time out of Atlanta. Take a look at this, some footage from inside of the courtroom earlier this week. We're continuing our coverage on the drama-filled YSL trial. On Monday, Young Thug's lawyer Brian Steele was held in contempt and arrested in the courtroom. You're taking a look at some footage there of that entire scenario. Today, we're learning that Steele has been granted bond pending his appeal of the contempt order. And for more on that and all the fireworks in court this week, we're joined by legal affairs journalist Megan Cuniff. Megan, always good to see you. You've been on top of the story from the beginning, and now it seems to be ramping up again.
So he already out of there with that contempt stuff. The lawyer already out. I'm telling you, they forming. They finna be the Avengers. I'm telling.
So what do we know today?
Yes, today there was a recusal motion brought in against the judge who actually ordered Steele held in contempt of court. It wasn't specifically ordered over the contempt finding, but it was over this private meeting that led to the contempt finding. Brian Steele, Young Thug's lawyer, was held in contempt of court because he wouldn't tell the judge who told him about this meeting that the judge had Monday morning with a key witness and prosecutors, and the defense wasn't notified about it. So today there was a 15-page recusal motion filed against the judge regarding this meeting. It had a few different reasons stated in there, but the judge promptly rejected it. But then the big news came this afternoon when the Georgia Supreme Court actually stepped in and gave Brian Steele bond.
Okay,
pending,
so
his
the Georgia Supreme Court stepped in and made
his appeal of this contempt order. So he is not going to have to go report to jail Friday at 7 p.m. I think that was expected from most everyone regarding this appeal, but it's official now that he does not have to report to jail Friday at 7 p.m. And this appeal of the contempt order will proceed. And I think a lot of people are expecting that he has a pretty good chance, but this was a pretty quick rebuke against this move against Steele by the Georgia Supreme Court.
Megan, I'm sure that this is causing so much concern when it comes to this trial. We've been hearing so much about even people, being against the prosecution and what they brought forth here. And now we have this latest drama in the courtroom, if you will, over Young Thug's lawyers. I think the question now is a judge single-handedly allowed to refuse any recusal requests? And even if people are accusing this judge, so to speak, of being impartial in this trial?
It depends on the jurisdiction in the court. In the federal courts that I cover in Los Angeles, actually the Central District of California was an outlier for a long time and allowed judges to consider their own recusal motions, but they changed that in the last couple of years, and now the motions go to another judge. I'm not quite sure what the exact procedure is in Georgia State Court, but Doug Weinstein, who brought the recusal motion, was really making the case that Judge Glanville needed to pass this on to another judge, and so even said, Judge, don't you want to get out from under the cloud that's hanging over this case right now? And Judge Glanville just said, he read the motion and he wasn't granting it, that his decision was made. So these are the kind of things that happen in these cases that are ongoing, these trials that are ongoing, and there really is no recourse for them beyond an appeal at the end of the case. If there's a judgment and sentence rendered in this case, then they can go to the Court of Appeals and raise all these issues that happened in trial. But what's so unusual here is this is such a long trial. We're looking at least through the end of the year, probably well into next year, we're going to be having this case.
Such a long trial, Megan. I'm glad that you said it, because it really does feel that for months we've already been talking about this. And we were talking a little bit before I brought you on. It kind of seemed to drop off a bit and now ramping up all over again. with the latest drama in the courtroom. So let's get back to what happened yesterday with Kayla Bumpus. She withdrew from the case and later posted online calling it a circus, pointing to the ex parte conversations. Have you heard any more of that?
No, I haven't. And, we haven't heard anything like that. And those are the kind of things that would be brought in written motions and, made a little bit more formally. But I think the statement about this being a circus, there's so much extraneous stuff and people get so excited about, the drama that happens when the jury's gone. But in my experience covering trials, that stuff is such a distraction and such a noise that, it just becomes contrary and it clouds the actual testimony that's going on when it's so important to actually look at the actual case and the testimony and how prosecutors are trying to bring this gang conspiracy case over all these different acts and things that happened over the last 10 years. So the drama that happens between the attorneys, I think especially right now, I can see why it got everyone's attention because this is such an unusual move by Judge Glanville, not only the contempt order, but the meeting that he had. And the meeting is what really gets into the heart of the case because Kenneth Copeland is such a crucial witness. And there was a moment that...
So Kenneth Copeland is
Mr. Steele, do you have the raw file?
Witness in the YSL trial arrested.
There was a moment this afternoon that I thought was kind of alarming because Max Shard, who's an attorney for Shannon Stillwell, has raised the issue up, and so have the others, that they need to get the statements that Kenneth Copeland made during this private meeting because he's such a crucial witness and a cross-examination is coming up. And if he made statements that are contrary to things that he said before, because he was originally charged in the murder of Donovan Thomas, which is a big part of this case. It's a big question of this case is who killed Donovan Thomas? And the defense contends that it was still Kenneth Copeland. But a couple of the guys who were on trial, including Shannon Stillwell, are actually charged with Thomas's murder. So it's obviously in Shard's interest to get any kind of statements that Kenneth Copeland made during this meeting on Monday morning about Donovan Thomas's murder. But Judge Glanville, who did not even notify the attorneys about this ex-parte meeting, which if he's going to have ex-parte, which is the one-on-one discussion, one-party only discussion with attorneys, he needs to notify the other side, and he didn't do that. But he told Max Shard today that he's still combing through the transcript and seeing if there are any releasable statements regarding Kenneth Copeland. So I think that's kind of an alarming testament of what's going on and how these decisions are really affecting the case and the testimony, because we have a cross-examination coming up that they're trying to prepare for. And, it sounds like they don't have all the material yet, but Glanville's not sure what's releasable or not yet. But anyway.
There's just so many questions still left with this entire trial and this case. And like you said, there's so many points that we have to tackle on to try to make it coherent and cohesive for maybe someone that's not even familiar with this particular case. So Megan, I want to leave you with the last word here, because you mentioned a good point, which is this whole term of it being a circus now and kind of all over the place. It's gotten really the attention of so many people, but there's important things that we should be focusing on, specifically when it comes to testimony that's actually prevalent in this trial. So what are you looking forward to in the weeks ahead, and maybe something that we've lost sight of along the way?
I think in the weeks ahead, we're going to be hearing more about Donovan Thomas's murder. And there's actually a rapper who's from Atlanta, pretty well known. He goes by Rich Homie Quan. It's his performer name. He's supposed to be taking the stand because he was friends with Donovan Thomas and part of this whole group. So there's a lot more testimony that's going to come out here. But I mean, as Doug Weinstein said when he was arguing his recusal motion, there's such a cloud hanging over the case right now with all the attention that this contempt order and Judge Glanville's actions are getting. So while we have the Steele not going to jail on Friday, we still have the issue of this contempt order under appeal. So it'll be interesting to see how fast the court acts there, because if they end up throwing out that contempt order, it'll be interesting to see if there's any kind of changes in Glanville's behavior or if that kind of takes him down a couple of notches.
All
right, just posting up some more footage from earlier this week, because again, Young Thug's lawyer, Brian Steele, you see him there being held in contempt of court. He even saying that he was going to share a jail cell with Young Thug, if I'm correct, with this entire, and that's what's really taken over social media at the moment. But I do appreciate Megan Cuniff, legal affairs journalist, for coming on and again, kind of reeling it back in, putting into focus what really needs to be paid attention to when it comes to this trial. And we still have such a long way to go. So Megan, I look forward to connecting with you as we continue to process all of these new developments.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Thank you to Megan. And I do want to bring up a tweet here one more time from Megan Cuniff, always relying on her expertise when it comes to these sometimes complicated legal cases in the entertainment world. Here saying, Justin Young Thug's lawyer, Brian Steele, has been granted bond pending his appeal of Judge Glanville's contempt order. And that is the big breaking news of the day.
Well, like I said, I think the moral of this story is Young Thug lawyer is a G. Brian Steele is about that action. He said, well, if y'all gonna take me in contempt, go on put me next to Jeffrey. He told him, go on put him next to Young Thug. He ain't give a damn. He don't. Like, but what he's saying is, I can't say what he's speaking on is that's the law. Like, the judge is trying to tell him, like, tell me who told you, you know, whatever. And he's telling the judge, like, well, that's between me and Mr. Williams, between him and Young Thug. So he's like, if I tell you that, then I'm breaking the attorney. Y'all know, he's breaking that. And the judge still, he's so mad, like, he still put him in contempt. Whatever. Y'all see he bonded right out. The Georgia whatever came and got him out. So it's like, I ain't gonna say it's just gonna definitely be a mistrial, but whatever happened, they got all kind of grounds to appeal and all kind, just from this right here. Like, the judge is gonna be like the issue and what people talking about from here on out. Like, why he met with Lil Woody in his chambers or whatever, and but like, that's, they ain't not supposed to do that, and the defense not know. So, I mean, even if, you know, they can't get him out of there, because that's what they was asking for, really, to get him removed. If they can't get him out of there, that's still gonna play a part in, regardless of what happened with the, like I said, the appeal will be, his appeals will be strong if it don't end up just getting thrown out. But I don't think they're gonna, I don't know. We'll see.